Welcome back to our final segment of Inside Tiger Football, brought to you by Rib Crib. Now a chance to take a deep breath and look at Yukon. They are the opponent upcoming, and while it's homecoming week, there's a lot of distractions. We talked to Caden and Gunner about that. It is a big week for everybody. It doesn't matter if you're a 2A or a 6A, a 7A. Homecoming is the week to look at on the football schedule for sure. Chat with us a little bit about what's it like being inside the football program on a homecoming week and just staying focused on getting a win. Is it really any different, or is it maybe over-exaggerated?
It can be very different. I think one of the positives to having big games every week, big crowds, big production, seems like every week is like that. So if you weren't used to that, it could be a distraction. I think our guys are used to pushing those things to the side and staying dialed in on what needs to be done and what we're trying to accomplish. But it is, there's a challenge to it, and we address it at the beginning of the week. Homecoming is for that it'll be for you after you graduate. It's
right.
Homecoming is for you.
You're home right now. You're not having to come from anywhere.
Exactly. So we've got a game to go play, and it happens to be a district game, and we need a district win. So there are possible challenges, but I think our guys understand the purpose and the mission of what we're trying to get done.
Matchups that you like against Yukon in particular. It's a team that has plenty of film on them. Mm-hmm. In fact, it was a team that Mustang was able to play earlier in the year, I believe, that was plenty of film that you got to watch. You got to see not only some film looking into that upcoming game, but on top of that, film for a future game against Yukon. What do you like about what you see against Yukon, and what are some challenges going to be?
The challenges are going to be that they have good football players, and that's going to be the case every week. Every week in 6A1, you're going to play somebody that can get you. And so, making sure we're doing what we need to do to make sure we are prepared and we're focused on us, not them. You hear me say that all the time.
Right.
I don't know if anybody, even Mustang, as physical as they tried to be in running the ball against us, they didn't try to do that against Yukon. They threw the ball a bunch and had a lot of success doing it. So we've seen people do that. I haven't seen anybody yet decide that they're just going to mash on them in the run game. So obviously that's who we believe we are. That has nothing to do with Yukon, but I'm anxious to see our guys go out and do that.
Yeah, what do you think that involvement's going to look like from your defense in particular? Mm-hmm. It's sort of the same approach every week, right? And you like that pressure that you can bring from the outside there. Is Yukon maybe a unique matchup that you haven't necessarily seen yet, or do they have a resemblance of anybody that we've seen so far?
No, I think they're very unique in contrast to everybody that our fans and we've seen to this point. They throw the ball a ton. I'm assuming they're going to continue that trend. A lot of drop back pass, sprint out, screens. So our secondary will have the challenge of defending a lot of balls in the air, and then obviously trying to get pressure on the quarterback and still being honest to stop the run is what our guys got to do. And I like our plan, and I like our team's focus in practice so far this week.
Maybe a question that allows you to think broadly here. What's just been maybe the most fun about this year so far? You are busy all the time, and I think a lot of things you have to go back and force yourself to reflect on to really maybe find some meaning out of what's just been fun about this team so far this year, and just going into a week like homecoming where everybody's going to be having fun at home. What's been fun about this team?
It's the kids. These players get it. They understand what it takes to prepare at a championship level. They know how to practice, their work ethic, the time they commit. It's unbelievable. I could have a million things going on, positive or negative. You go out to practice, and it's the ultimate medicine. You're immediately re-energized. You're immediately juiced and ready to go because of those kids. The way they go about things is it's an honor to be a part of it. It really is.
Final thoughts here on the podcast. I already know Coach Mo Wallace, my color guy, and you're a coach as well, on his thoughts on the homecoming jerseys. He absolutely loves them. I just want to know your thoughts on the homecoming jerseys. I've looked across the land. I grew up in Texas as well. I don't know if you have a better homecoming jersey than Broken Arrow High School in the state of Oklahoma, not just in the state, but maybe the nation.
Well, we love the black and gold and this version of it in kind of a throwback. With the decals, we change out. I love the combination. I inherited it. I didn't invent it or come up with it, but it's we love them, and we wear them one time every year for homecoming, and the kids love it, and that's the key part.
No doubt. Well, that will wrap up Inside Tiger Football here. We want to thank you for coming on to the show, as always. It's an opportunity to take on Yukon this Friday. It's going to be homecoming. Make sure you get there early as well. It's going to be a fun one for sure. This has been Inside Tiger Football, brought to you by Rib Crib. We'll see you next time. Welcome into this edition of Tiger Football on ArrowVision. Broken Arrow, the site of this evening's matchup between your Broken Arrow Tigers and the Yukon Millers. It's homecoming week, and boy, is it a home sweet homecoming indeed. An opportunity not only to see these beautiful homecoming threads on display tonight, but a chance to see potentially the first district victory of the season for your Tigers. Welcome in, everybody. Once again, myself, Luke Hamilton, alongside me as always, Maurice Wallace, and of course, Madison Dildine, along with our producers behind the scenes as well. And the scene, well, it's getting set here right in front of us. A chance to look at all the pink flowing into the building. It is October, and a great chance to see that for a great cause as well. Tonight is well anticipated for a team that feels heartbroken right now. They haven't gotten a win in what is approaching now a month, and it is well due time.
It's well due time, and I think this needs to be a complete victory tonight. The offense can't hold the defense, or the offense can't carry the defense tonight. The defense can't carry the offense tonight. It needs to be a complete team victory tonight. All three phases of the game, offense, defense, special teams, send Yukon back down to the west side of the state with a loss.
It very well could be a race to 30 points tonight. It is a Yukon Millers team that hasn't scored more than 26 this year. They've been in some interesting games.
Yes.
They've been in a blowout on the wrong side of it, but they've also been in a game where they won 10-7 over Sapulpa. It's an enigma of a team, and it's an enigma of an offense, but if you let them get ahead early, it could be dangerous. It's a Yukon team that, yes, maybe doesn't have the star-studded ability on paper, but they're coming in with a goal tonight.
They're the type of team that if you keep them around, they're going to stick around and they're going to make it a ball game. They're also the type of team that they will fold early if you jump on them early. So I think that our offense should be able to come out here and put some points on the board very early. Our defense should be able to get some turnovers, get the quarterback run game stuffed out a little bit tonight, because that has been our Achilles heels the last few weeks, the quarterback run game. But I do see that they have changed their offense from what they've done the last few years. They're a lot more spread out with the new head coach that they have. So I think that plays into our hands.
There is a lot to look at as far as adjustments go on the offensive side. Now you get Roberson back. He's off of his suspension. He's off of a tremendous fourth quarter against Owasso. Despite that 49-21 loss, he dominated. 107 yards on the ground in just one quarter of play. Second on that list was 34 yards with Caden Lawless. The run game wasn't there until Roberson entered the scene. You can call it what you want. Fresh legs in the fourth, maybe some second-string guys coming in on that Owasso defense. The kid can carry the rock, and he's going to have to do so tonight.
He's going to have to chip away. I mean, he's going to have to show everybody that, hey, last week was just a fluke deal, and he's going to have to go out there and just play his game. I anticipate seeing a big game from him. He might approach 2 bills tonight.
Well, the offensive line and the defensive line, it was something that we talked about throughout the week.
Yes.
It was fun to watch and, well, interview guys like Caden Moody, Gunnar Wilson. It's the trenches, and it's something that on the broadcast maybe we don't have time to look at as much, but it's fun, and it's fun what they're doing.
Yes.
Talk about Caden Moody. He gets his first offer at the D1 level, a Texas Tech Red Raider.
Yeah,
maybe. We'll see. He's got plenty more coming down the pipeline, I'm sure.
He's got a lot of D1 interest out there, and I'm very proud of the guy getting a Texas Tech offer this week. One thing that I can say, 0 pressure, 0 sacks from the kid so far this year. Hopefully he can keep that going tonight. I will give him a big shout-out courtesy of you, Luke, and us here at ArrowVision. Big shout-out to Caden Moody. He's made a big-time progress here, and hopefully he gets big-time offers later on this week and into the future.
He is incredibly important for making what the skilled players can do happen on the field. He mentioned that in the interview. He mentioned, yes, they get all the attention, but you know what? They don't do that without us, and that's why guys like Caden Moody deserve that attention for sure. He's a product on the field and off the field without a doubt. And on top of it all, we look out, and it's homecoming. It's a special time. You've been a part of them plenty, and it's special here at Broken Arrow.
Well, we're back to the throwback uniforms. I think a lot of people need to understand. I mean, we got a lot of people coming back. It's special when it comes to Broken Arrow with the homecoming. Obviously, we had the parade yesterday. A lot of activities going on today. We had distance learning Friday, so a lot of things going on around the town. So this is what it's about. Let's go get the victory tonight on homecoming night.
We'll head now from the broadcast here in the booth to our favorite restaurant. As always, the Big Biscuit Blitz. We'll break down some of the keys to the matchup here tonight on ArrowVision. Kickoff upcoming, as well as homecoming festivities. You're listening and watching Tiger Football on ArrowVision.
Hey Tiger fans, I'm Madison Dildine with ArrowVision, and we're standing outside of the Big Biscuit Broken Arrow located at Lynn Lane and the Broken Arrow Expressway to bring you this week's edition of the Big Biscuit Blitz, where the ArrowVision crew breaks down tonight's game in 60 seconds. Let's check it out.
Hey Tiger fans, we are back for another edition of the Big Biscuit Blitz, where we break down this week's matchup. It's homecoming week, and it's Yukon in town. It's going to be an exciting one. Some keys to picking up the first district victory.
The keys to picking up the first district victory is going to be dominating the line of scrimmage on both sides of the football, being productive on offense with the continued productive balanced attack that we have. Also, control the turnover game. We need to win the turnover battle in this game and control the run game from the quarterback, who should take it away here on homecoming night.
It's going to be an exciting one. Yukon for homecoming week. Make sure you tune in at 6:30 for all the homecoming festivities. It's going to be on ArrowVision. We've got some lunch items today.
Again, brother.
A little bit new, but hey, let's dig in.
Yes, sir.
This the kind of beat that go rat-ta-ta, rat-ta-ta, ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. This the kind of beat that go rat-ta-ta, rat-ta-ta, ta-ta-ta-ta. DJ.
Tiger fans, it's time for your starting lineup, brought to you by First National Bank of Broken Arrow. And now for your defensive starters. At defensive tackle, number 56, Gabriel Manning. At nose guard, number 44, Gunnar Wilson. At defensive tackle, number 85, John Brohl. At linebacker, number 36, Nathan Martin. At linebacker, number 12, Cole Lamont. At linebacker, number 7, Dagan McCluskey. At nickel, number 16, Tyreek Taylor. At strong safety, number 17, Taiwan Shanks. At free safety, number 14, Colby Crosby. At cornerback, number 23, Messiah Owens. At cornerback, number 20, Don Fryer.
Put your hands up, party people, put your hands up, hands up, This the kind of beat that go rat-ta-ta-ta-ta.
On offense, at left tackle, number 55, Caden Moody. At left guard, number 53, Carter Archer. At center, number 65, Tristan Silva. At right guard, number 77, Ricardo Fernandez. At right tackle, number 71, Jared Brashears. At tight end, number 82, Ezekiel Wilson. At wide receiver, number 19, Tayshawn Jones-Wade. At wide receiver, number 13, Keaton Johnson. At wide receiver, number 18, Zane Matthews. At running back, number 0, Octavian Roberson. And at quarterback, number 1, Jeremiah Satimba. At kicker, number 42, Nick Irvine.
It's Missy E and DJ Skrillex. Yeah, bitch, so hot you need it. Yeah.
It's homecoming, and it is a home sweet homecoming, the theme this year at the beautiful Tiger Memorial Stadium. Chance to, well, introduce the homecoming court as well. We had the parade last night.
Yes.
The festivities go on all week long. The great grads tribute as well. Some great BA graduates that we had a chance to honor earlier in the varsity club, as well as we'll do so at halftime this week. And we'll send it down to what is the festivities, the sights and the sounds of homecoming this week as we introduce the homecoming court.
Boys and girls wrestling. One female and one male representative from the student body. And Special Olympics. Each homecoming court representative was selected by their respective teams, and voting for the queen and king was conducted by the student body. Broken Arrow, here is your 2024 homecoming court. The wrestling queen candidate is Annabelle Chase. Annabelle is the daughter of Chris and Jennifer Chase. Her favorite memory at BA is winning the first unofficial girls dual state as a team. Future plans include majoring in dietetics. To become a registered dietitian, college is undecided. The wrestling king candidate is Hudson Beckley. Hudson is the son of Rod and Linda Beckley. His favorite memory at BA is placing at the OSSAA 2024 state championships. Future plans include wrestling in college and looking into aviation programs. The cheer queen candidate is Kelsey Hargis. Kelsey is the daughter of James Hargis and Ashley Jones. Her favorite memory at BA is winning Game Day UCA Cheer Nationals in Orlando last year. Future plans include furthering her education by going into the medical field. The cheer king candidate is Jasper Landon Hinkle. Landon is the son of Jasper, Michael, and Andrea Hinkle. His favorite memory at BA is getting to celebrate the team winning nationals last year. Future plans include going to college to study sports medicine. The volleyball queen candidate is Lainey Hammond. Lainey is the daughter of Kent and Lori Hammond. Her favorite memory at BA is the team trips to Branson every summer. Future plans include attending the University of Oklahoma and majoring in psychology in hopes of becoming a forensic psychologist. The football king candidate is Cole Lamont. Cole is the son of Bruce and Kristen Lamont. His favorite memory at BA is getting to play varsity as a freshman. Future plans include furthering his academic and football career in college. The sports medicine queen candidate is Michaela Calhoun. Michaela is the daughter of Charlie and Kinsey Calhoun. Her favorite memory at BA is being on the sidelines of football games with her best friends and seeing the game up close, as well as being able to work with her favorite sport, soccer. Future plans include going to school to be a sports physician assistant. Michaela is being escorted by Junior Jungle Squad member Cade Johns. The cross-country queen candidate is Gracie Frey. Gracie is the daughter of Jeff and Christy Frey. Her favorite memory at BA is bus rides back home after night meets. Future plans include going to college for nursing at OSU. Go Pokes! The cross-country king candidate is Josiah Pickup. Josiah is the son of Julia and Kevin Pino and Barry Pickup. His favorite memory at BA is getting new running shoes. Future plans include furthering his education at OSU. The slow pitch softball queen candidate is Emily Evans. Emily is the daughter of Laura Gorman and Derek Evans. Her favorite memory at BA is going to Joplin every year and getting to know everyone better at the hotel and spending time together. Future plans include going to play softball at Missouri State University. The baseball king candidate is Brock Natali. Brock is the son of Kevin and Cora Natali. His favorite memory at BA is traveling with his father for tournaments. Future plans include continuing baseball at Seminole State for 2 years, then transferring to a 4-year to continue playing and getting a degree in the medical field. The basketball queen candidate is Rakaya Bowen. Rakaya is the daughter of Renita Lewis. Her favorite memory at BA is the feeling of overcoming adversity and winning in loud, packed-out environments. Future plans include winning a state championship, going to college for basketball, and getting a doctorate's degree. The basketball king candidate is Devon Wallace. Devon is the son of Bo Wallace and Ashley Rouse. His favorite memory at BA is going on trips with the team, specifically Florida. Future plans include playing basketball in college and getting a degree. The soccer queen candidate is Claire Finley. Claire is the daughter of Chris and Tina Finley. Her favorite memory at BA is going to Alabama last year with her friends and winning first place in the gold bracket. Future plans include attending Oklahoma State University to pursue a bachelor's degree in nursing. Go Pokes! The soccer king candidate is Cairo Prey. Cairo is the son of Adam and Elizabeth Prey. His favorite memory at BA is winning regionals at Deer Creek his sophomore year. Future plans include attending college to major in pre-med and play soccer. The track and field queen candidate is Carrie K. Wells. Kari is the daughter of Kim Wells. Her favorite memory at BA is qualifying for state in the 300 hurdles. Future plans include attending Oklahoma University to study psychology and business. The track and field candidate is Trey Goodwin. Trey is the son of DeAmber Sanders. His favorite memory at BA is winning regionals in the 400-meter his sophomore year. Future plans include attending college at the University of Oklahoma, double majoring in marketing and finance. The golf queen candidate is Jenna Moydell. Jenna is the daughter of Justin and Jennifer Moydell. Her favorite memory at BA is regionals and state. Future plans include attending college to pursue a job in the medical field to help people. The golf king candidate is Evan Hyde. Evan is the son of John and Amy Hyde. His favorite memory at BA is making a shot from 176 yards away. Future plans include going to OU to study finance. The swim queen candidate is Camber Eiton. Camber is the daughter of Michael and Reagan Eiton. Her favorite memory at BA is breaking the 200 medley relay with my relay team. Future plans include getting a degree in nursing and specialize in neonatal nursing. The swim king candidate is Caden Weingartner. Caden is the son of Eric and Carrie Weingartner. His favorite memory at BA is qualifying for state the first time his sophomore year. Future plans include attending college for a career in aerospace engineering. The tennis queen candidate is AC Earl. AC is the daughter of Marlon and Candace Earl. Her favorite memory at BA is bonding with her team at TU. Future plans include attending college and going on to medical school. The tennis king candidate is Cortland Potts. Cortland is the son of Brent and Kimberly Potts. His favorite memory at BA is going to the Castle of Muskogee. It's part of their team bonding, and it's a great night out thanks to their coach. Future plans include attending OSU Med School and becoming a psychiatrist. The fast-pitch softball queen candidate is Michaela Bulware. Michaela is the daughter of Casey Williamson, and her favorite memory at BA is moving to BA and being able to be a part of the softball team and the early college program. Future plans include getting a bachelor's degree in criminal justice and moving on to law school to pursue health law. The football king candidate is Ricky Fernandez. Ricky is the son of Ricardo and Karen Fernandez. His favorite memory at BA is going to Brahms with his offense teammates. Future plans include attending college and playing football. The Tigets queen candidate is Avery Regner. Avery is the daughter of Josh and Lindsay Regner. Her favorite memory at BA is winning state her sophomore year. Future plans include going to college and becoming a dental hygienist. The Jungle Squad king candidate is Tristan Rich. Tristan is the son of Danielle Freeman. His favorite memory at BA is all the laughs, talks, and music on the bus to away games. Future plans include running the family business. The student body queen candidate is Anika Bergwall. Anika is the daughter of Matthew and Michelle Bergwall. Her favorite memory at BA is leadership retreat her junior year, the bonfire specifically. Future plans include attending college to pursue pole vault and study sports management or business. The student body king candidate is Logan Silva. Logan is the son of Josh and Sarah Silva. His favorite memory at BA is breaking down the walls his sophomore year. He made so many new friends with upperclassmen, and they have helped him make him a better person. Future plans include playing lacrosse at Lewis University while studying pre-chiropractic. The Pride Queen candidate is Sheena Madison. Sheena is the daughter of Brian and Rusdell Madison. Her favorite memory at BA is getting to rehearse under the St. Louis Arch. Future plans include becoming a real estate broker and minoring in microbiology. The Pride King candidate is Jackson Buzzard. Jackson is the son of Stephen and Mandy Daly. His favorite memory at BA is all the memories I took from Buca di Beppo in Indianapolis. Future plans include attend law school and become a judge advocate. Long-term plans include becoming Commander-in-Chief of the United States military. The Special Olympics Queen candidate is Cree Wyant. Cree is the daughter of Josh Wyant and Destiny Pinoki. Her favorite memory at BA is going to state and winning with all her friends. Future plans include continuing being a helper with Special Olympics and being a coach for future athletes. The Special Olympics King candidate is Kyle Marshall. Kyle is the son of Jeremy and Mandy Smith and Alex Marshall. His favorite memory at BA is being recognized for our state championship title in cheer. Future plans include attend Transition Academy to further my education and remain involved in Special Olympics. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2024 homecoming king and queen are Logan Silva and Michaela Calhoun.
So Logan Silva and Michaela Calhoun, that is your homecoming court king and queen. Great representation here this year in the year of 2024. Fun to see them. You had mentioned just how much fun you had having Silva when he played football, but of course pursuing not just lacrosse, but lacrosse at the next level, and there's a lot of opportunity for that. Michaela, she's a huge avid supporter of the football program, and at the end of the day, a soccer fanatic too.
Yes, I mean, Logan, he's the kid. I mean, he's one of those guys, part of a family that's a long list of family members. We call it, OU has OU DNA, Broken Arrow has Broken Arrow DNA.
Right.
So big week for the Silvas.
No doubt, a ton of OU and OSU future students as well across the board here for the homecoming king and queen court. A couple of guys in uniform as well, of course, Cole Lamont and, of course, Ricky Fernandez down there as we get a look at all of our representation here. Broken Arrow, the future is bright, not just here, but where they will go in the future to make an impact at the collegiate level and beyond as well. It's going to be a fun night here tonight. Temperature should drop a little bit here before kickoff, and we will be underway. About to head out for their traditional approach to homecoming nights as well is the pride of Broken Arrow. They always put on a show for sure. There's a lot of distraction around a week like this at the end of the day, right? And we talked about it with a couple of people, including head coach Josh Blankenship. This is still a game week, and it's still a game tonight. Yes, there's a lot of fun that goes around this, but boy, you got to have it locked in. Kick number one.
Well, focus is the big deal right here, and I think Blank does a great job of keeping the guys in focus when it comes to a week like this. I think we'll just see what has transpired this week, and I think we'll come out on top, no doubt about it in my mind. But homecoming's homecoming. You got to win on homecoming night.
We'll throw it down to the pride of Broken Arrow for what they have in store for the crowd here early tonight. We introduce the pride.
The pride is led on the field by drum majors Jackson Buzzard, Rayshawn Howard, Sheena Madison, and Katie McDowell.
gentlemen, at this time we invite you to stand and remove your caps, and then all military men and women, active or veterans, render a salute to the flag of the United States of America as we honor those men and women who protect our freedoms, both home and abroad, with the playing of our national anthem. The colors are being presented tonight by the Broken Arrow High School Air Force ROTC
under the direction of Lieutenant Colonel Walter Gagayeski. Commanding the color guard and carrying the American flag is Commander Matthew Gwynn. Carrying the Oklahoma flag is Justin Nichols. The guards are Cadets Jared Lopez Lozano and Gerardo Sanchez Benavidez. Signing our national anthem tonight are students from the American Sign Language class at Broken Arrow High School with instructors Alicia Rupp and Khalees Cox. Now let our voices rise together as one nation under one flag and honor America by joining with the pride of Broken Arrow in the singing of our national anthem conducted tonight by Director of Bands Dr. Kelly Pence. Please remain standing until the colors are retired.
Thank you.
and President Broken Arrow High School, Miss Crystal Barber. Their pride would like to welcome students from all 5 middle school bands to the game tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable Pride of Broken Arrow.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Craving delicious tenders or crispy fried chicken? Hit the Waldo's drive-thru, open 7 days a week. Locally owned and operated in Broken Arrow, 71st and Yale, and coming soon to Owasso. Waldo's makes lunch and dinner a breeze. Waldo's Chicken, fast, fresh, delicious.
The captains for the Yukon Millers are number 2, Carter.
For tonight's game between your Broken Arrow Tigers and the Yukon Millers, we welcome you back here onto ArrowVision. Setting over to our right is everyone, as of right now, waiting for the Tigers to come out of the tunnel, but the captains of the team will represent here first at midfield to see who will win this coin toss. And there's one of your first looks, if you just now joined us on the broadcast, of these uniforms tonight. You rave about them. I've only seen them, of course, in pictures and photos, but to get to see them in person, I mean, let's go ahead and stick with them.
Well, it's my favorite uniform out of our uniforms that we have. I mean, I know we have our other uniforms that we wear, but man, this uniform pops, and it's special to me.
Gives me a little bit of a mix, of course, of what the Steelers' home jerseys look like, just
go.
without that deep gold. Yes, you're right, exactly. So a chance for the coin toss. We won't have any audio down of the coin toss here, so we'll get you that information when we have it for you. But, of course, we see all the pink in the building tonight. The first game in the month of October is here, and, yes, chance to represent and honor those who suffer from breast cancer, as Breast Cancer Awareness Month has dawned upon us once again this year. The Yukon Millers, and they're all whites tonight. They're a team that is certainly a team that has seniors that represent a lot of their offense. There's a lot of pride in that locker room, and they want to be able to pull out a win here tonight. They got to start fast, though, against a Broken Arrow team that's been desperate for a victory for a while.
Well, yes, and I mean, I think our schedule will say it for itself. I know we're 1-3 right now, but I think we've had the tougher schedule, and I think we're prepared for a game like this, unlike they are. So, I mean, we'll see tonight, but I think we'll take care of business tonight.
The Tigers get inside of the tunnel as they move forward. We'll set the stage one last time before kickoff tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. We are live at Tiger Field in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. And now, 4 quarters of Broken Arrow Tiger football. It's time!
The Broken Arrow Tigers, in their homecoming threads, await the signal to get a chance to take the field. The Yukon Millers on the opposite corner. It feels lonely in a building like this to be in that corner at times as we get set for a district kickoff, set for just a few moments from now. As you are tuned in to Broken Arrow Tiger football on ArrowVision. We've gone through the lineups tonight. We've gone through the festivities of homecoming this evening. All is semantics behind us now as the future sets the stage for kickoff number 1 and an opportunity to strike first. A game that, in my opinion, is very important for both of these teams to strike first.
Well, yes. I mean, I think we need to strike first big time. Whether it's on offense or defense, we just need to put the hammer down on. I know Coach Ella likes to bring the sledgehammer out. I think we need to show that tonight on offense or defense, whether we kick off or receive. I mean, just put the sledgehammer on them and and put it on them real quick, Luke.
We will receive the football. Broken Arrow getting a chance on offense to start the day. That's going to be the scenario upcoming. And a week last week that saw the Owasso Rams pick up a victory over the Tigers. The Tigers forget about it, and they pounce onto the scene tonight. The third home game of the year, the first district home game for the Tigers on the season, and that means a little bit more, not just for the crowd, but these young men. They get a chance to pick up a district win.
Well, this is what it's about. I mean, we have the chance to go on a run right here after tonight's game, and I don't want to look forward to what's ahead of us, but you know, we get the confidence tonight. We roll into what we got to roll into in the remaining of the schedule, and things could turn out nice for us when it comes to this district and hopefully getting the first round bye, because it's still out there, Luke. The first round bye is still out there, but I'm just happy to be back into the friendly confines of Broken Arrow Tiger Memorial Stadium. I mean, we're back. I mean, it feels good, and I'm happy to be here with you, Luke.
The Millers, they are no stretch of the imagination picked to win the district, but there's no easy games in this district at the same time. You look down the stretch on that schedule, as you mentioned, as broadcasters, we do have the luxury of looking ahead a little bit.
Yes.
We don't have the pressure to not do so. Edmond, Santa Fe on the schedule. You've got Union right around the corner as well. There's plenty in between and beyond. That this has to be a win for Broken Arrow, you'd have to think.
Yeah, and it's one of those deals as a coach. I mean, you look at it, but also as broadcasters, we look at what's in front of us. But as a coach, hey, guys, this is it. This is what's in front of us. Let's take care of this. But sometimes in the back of your head, you can't go on a run. And if you're going on a run, you're in a position to at least right now, by the way it looks, could finish second in the district and get that first round bye.
It's a classic rhyme at the end of the day. A run starts with one, and you have to get the first. And tonight is the task. Right now, it is a 1-3 team in the Broken Arrow Tigers. They've dropped the last 3 straight. Getting back into the win column is the task tonight. And they will get a chance to return. Octavian Roberson back deep to return, as well as Zane Matthews-Boudreau. A deadly combination, you could say, for a Yukon team that doesn't necessarily have, at least on film, the fastest group on special teams.
Well, that's what we're going to do. I mean, I think we're going to get them on our speed on here. I mean, we get some blocks here and there. Octavian or Zane hits the hole. I mean, it could be an opening kickoff to start homecoming night.
Homecoming night, everybody, they have finally made the trek home, and they have finally made the trek to their seats. Whether they're sitting in it or standing next to it, they're ready to go, and so are we. 12 minutes are on the clock, and the Yukon Millers will send away. Back to kick, Kyle Boughton. And it's a short kick, and it's returnable, and it's great field position to start the ball game. The offense will head on out. We do have a flag right out of the gate, in fact. Moving out of the way, Carter Archer of that flying flag. We'll have to wait for a second to get onto the field. So what is that call? That's the question. We'll get the answer in just a moment.
Sideline warning.
Sideline warning. It's going to be on Broken Arrow. So hand signal just mixed up there. Words didn't match the hands, but we got the information anyways. The Tigers, they're pumped up, let's say the least, I guess.
Yes, I mean, we'll go see it. Jeremiah brings his troops out there. Happy birthday to Jeremiah, and then hopefully this game is where he can break it out, as looks like Yukon going down with a nice little 3 techniques on them tackles.
Handoff from the birthday boy to the sophomore Roberson. He fires his way up, and he's still on his feet, and he loses the football, and Yukon picks it up. Play number 1 of the ball game is a fumble recovery by the Millers, and breaking tackles left and right was Roberson. In fact, to his own detriment, he kept that play alive.
Well, I think Yukon probably seen something on film right there, Luke. I mean, as they're coming to the end of that tackle, their defensive back is punching at the ball, probably trying to put a little, the Peanut Tillman punch to it and got it out. So that's something that they probably seen on film, that Octavian does have the he can't carry the ball out like a loaf of bread, so he has to tighten that ball up right there.
So Octavian Roberson, despite a tremendous run, it was a complete opposite in just the last millisecond of it. He fumbles on the first play, and it's good field position in their own territory for Yukon. At quarterback, it's going to be number 2 Carter Creech tonight, the senior. In at running back, also a senior, Logan McKenzie. They've got a massive senior core on the offensive side of the ball when it comes to the special players and those skill players. McKenzie takes it to the outside, picks up a handful on first down. Yukon, we look at their offense, not necessarily a team that has the best offensive line on film. They manage around that. They get the ball moving. The quarterbacks are mobile. They stay away from the pocket if they can manage to do so. Watch for the slip screen tonight. That's one of their keys.
Well, and that's what they do. And I mean, that's one of the things that gives our defense a problem so far this year are the slip screens and the now screens. So I'm sure they got a pretty good game plan going right now, as they're not the traditional triple option team that they've been in the past, but they will spread it out a little bit more.
2nd down and 7. The RPO toss is just out of the reach, so Creech, a little bit of nerves on his first throw, will go a bit high and wide.
High and wide, and that was there right there, Luke. I mean, seeing the running back coming out of the backfield right there, it was there, but it was just a miscommunication right there from him and his back.
3rd down and a chance to get off the field quick for the defense. The offense, I guarantee you this, everybody, especially Roberson, itching to get back out onto the field if they can manage to do so. Big chance to shut down an offense, as we mentioned in the pregame, has not scored more than 26 points all season long. In fact, one of those touchdowns in that 26-point win over Putnam City was a pick 6. Throw on 3rd down. Quick curl, comeback route's going to pick up the first down and more. Space now on ahead. It's the senior Kennison Rogers on the catch.
As you've seen right there, Luke, Yukon comes out 4 wide. Little comeback route, little core route by their outside receiver. We got to do a better job of taking better angles and making that tackle right there.
So in plus territory for the first time today. The offense for Yukon not only getting the ball to start the second half, they may as well gotten the ball to start the ball game just as well. A fumble on the opening play for those that might have joined us late. Octavian Roberson, about a 12 to 15-yard run was the pace for him, but lost the football at the end of that run.
And it looks like Nick Miles is getting the start right there at corner in our bottom side right here over Messiah. So we'll see what that's going to do right here.
Carter Creech taking the snap and handing the ball away. And moving ahead is McKenzie. Cole Lamont getting into the action for the first time today. He'll come up with a stop, maybe a half yard to a yard at most.
One thing I can say, a little penetration by the defensive line right there. Slowing him down right there, but Cole Lamont cleaning it up.
So 2nd down and 9.
3 high safety look. Now we got Crosby and Tyreek, along with Tayshawn over here at the bottom, along with Nick Miles.
Heavy presence on the right side of the line. It rotates quick. RPO once again. A pass and a catch made. Breaking a tackle to the outside. Taking on off is Lucas Jones down the sideline. And Jones is in. An early touchdown for the Millers.
Well, that's been our Achilles heels right there, Luke. As not only Tyreek, but Colby Crosby missed the tackle right there. And that's what teams will do to you. I don't care how good or bad they are. Great athletes are going to sit up there and make you pay for your mishaps right there. So we just got to get better at that. But hopefully this is just one of those deals where we just come back and make it happen. But unfortunately, it's a touchdown by Yukon.
Carter Creech's first throw of the day was well high. It was away, but he knocked off the nerves. He's 2 for 2 since. And 2 big pickups through the air for this team as this kick is up. And it is good. It's going to be a 7-0 start for the Yukon Millers, and boy, shaking their head at their start are the Tigers in these homecoming throwback threads. Chance for the offense to get on the field and respond and take advantage of what should be a healthy drive. We'll go down to the field. Our teacher of the game, sponsored by TTCU.
Tonight, we honor of Broken Arrow High School, where she is a pre-AP English teacher. The senior athletic leadership was asked to nominate a teacher who made an impact on them during their educational career at Broken Arrow. Senior softball player Emily Evans said, "Miss Rake always helped me understand difficult concepts, and she always made my day better." Presenting our winner, Hannah Rake, with a TTCU Federal Credit Union gift, our lead credit union advisors, Lou Masters and Princeton Donald, and Principal of Broken Arrow High School, Miss Crystal Barber. Congratulations to our TTCU Teacher of the Game, Hannah Rake, and thank you to TTCU Federal Credit Union for your support of teachers, education, and Broken Arrow Public Schools.
So our winner of the TTCU Federal Credit Union Teacher of the Game, Hannah Rake, certainly appreciative of her efforts throughout not only her classroom, but the district as a whole. Hannah Rake. Chance for the offense to get back out onto the field. And like we said, that entire drive, regardless of how long it would have lasted, they were itching to get back out onto the field. I think the offense takes more responsibility in their head going into this next drive than maybe the defense on that opening touchdown. The defense is going to feel responsible for sure, but I think if you're the offense, you got to be feeling, we got to go get one back for our defense.
We have to. And, you know, unfortunately, you know, Octavia didn't make that fumble right there. But, I mean, we just got to settle down. I mean, it's one of those deals. I mean, you can really say it's the activities that went on this week, but distractions are distractions. We got to understand as a young team that you just got to go out there and take care of business and settle down here.
This fair catch is caught just shy of the 25-yard line, so it's going to be relatively decent field position, about average that you'd like to ask for here on this second offensive chance of the day. Jeremiah Satemba and the offense re-enter. As we mentioned, the birthday boy today, Jeremiah Satemba, going to try to have a good day himself. Only one play from scrimmage for the offense. It was a fumble on a run play up the middle that was going for close to 15 yards before disaster. Satemba will throw it, screen pass out wide. Zane Matthews-Boudreau has some space on the outside, might have the sideline. There he goes! Zane Matthews-Boudreau down towards the 30, and he's out.
And that's the big play right there. I mean, it's a now screen. Great blocking out by our out on the perimeter right there, Luke. And Zane shows his speed, gets up the sidelines, and they're going tempo right here.
Not the fastest defense on the outside. That was the scouting report for this Millers team. You get the play to the outside, and you get to take advantage of that. Satemba takes the snap again. Hand off to Roberson. He's going to secure the football, but not get any yards this time round. So a little bit of a shutdown of the run game there in response, but in plus territory inside the 30.
And I like that. Once again, I like that play call right there. I mean, that previous play call to the run game, I mean, you got to get outside. Like you said, they're not fast outside. They're not a fast team, period. So what we can do on the perimeter will be big time in this game.
Two receivers lone by themselves, one on either side. Motion here in front on the left side of the line. Hand off to Roberson. Has some extra blockers, and we'll dive on ahead and get back a few. It's going to be third down and manageable.
Excuse me, look, and then one thing I like to talk about also right here is you brought it up in our talk before the pregame. Octavia's the type to get it like chip away, and then he's bust one right here. So anxious to see what the play calls right here.
Roberson still in the game. We'll see Corey Sango and possibly Grayson Betts as well today in the running back core. Opportunity to see some youth at that position. Roberson, youth himself at the position, breaks on through, and a first down close to the 10-yard line.
We got a nice little kick out as he sees the crease and uses his speed, kind of uses a little lateral move. One thing that I like to talk about Octavian is his vision. Right as we see right here in this replay, he has nice vision getting up into the hole, getting into the crease, and getting the first down right there.
Going to be a whistle here before we can get the next play off. Might be an equipment issue here for Roberson. It looks like it is. They'll help him out, but looks like Roberson will have to come off because of that equipment issue. Caden Lawless, the other sophomore, will come on into the game. He's had some long carries this year. 60-plus yards, 30-plus yards. He can make a big break at times. And will he get the ball here coming in? Looks like Roberson's shirt was a little bit torn. They're going to help him out there. Pressure coming from the box. Broken Arrow, recognizing it, will make the adjustment. Satemba. And another whistle. No flags on the play. And it's going to be Zane Matthews-Boudreau having to come off for an equipment issue there as well. Josh Blankenship wants an answer for it. He gets one quickly. Maybe he doesn't like it, but at the end of the day,
might be the mouthpiece.
Will we snap the football? Looked like it was the mouthpiece. We will. Satemba hands off. Lawless has a gap on the right side, but he's brought down quickly as he hits that gap. Second down.
One thing I can say, these officials are big time on this equipment deal. That's that was an emphasis this summer with the OSSAA. So, I mean, that's just what Octavia's back at, but that's just what we have to do. We have to be conscious of our equipment out there on the field.
Defensive side not being very fast. They run about a 4-3-4 at times. We see that breakout, whether it be man or zone right now. Snap here, Satemba hands off. Roberson patient towards the hole, and he'll go down making it third. And about 5 to go at best. They can get to about the 3-yard line and still pick up a first down inside the red zone here.
And so far, it looks like the game plan is try to eat them up the middle, try to wear them down. There's not a lot of depth out there on the sideline for Yukon, so anxious to see what this game plan, how it transpires throughout the game as they try to eat them up in between the tackles.
Tayshawn Jones-Wade as well as Jaden Garcia at the top of your screen. Near side, Zane Matthews-Boudreau. Snap, and Satemba will look to throw to the end zone. Scrambles, has some space. Satemba towards the goal line, reaching, and he scores. Jeremiah Satemba.
As he looked him off, he had room out there on the right side. Makes a play to the corner. Great look right there. That's beautiful right there by Satemba using his legs. As I said earlier in the season, he has to be the guy to be the dual threat quarterback. I know that he doesn't like to be thought of as a dual threat, but his legs can do the job.
Nothing necessarily special has to come for the run game as a quarterback. You see the space, you find it, and you take advantage of it. 2-point conversion attempt coming on in secrecy, and UConn's going to stop it. It's going to be a 7-6 game, so getting a little bit antsy there is Broken Arrow on the decision to try to go for 2, and they do not come up with it. So interesting call early in the ball game,
it
doesn't work out.
Probably trying to work on something that we've seen on film. Obviously, it was unsuccessful, but hey, right there, we're still in the ball game at 7-6 right now.
7-6, and the defense will get a chance for redemption upcoming as well. What are some things you may have seen on that defensive side of the ball in that first drive? Yukon, they don't have a prolific offense, at least as far as producing points, but they were able to shed a couple of tackles, take advantage of some really good routes out of their wide receivers. And again, there's a lot of seniors in the skill positions on the offensive side of the ball. Those guys are going to take advantage of good plays.
Been there, done that with the seniors. My deal is, like I said in the preview show, I want to see much more from our defensive line. I want to see them get pressure not only in the quarterback, but making plays in the backfield and getting this team to play behind the chains.
So kicking away is Nick Irvine upcoming. Back deep to return Daniel Yebbitt, as well as Lucas Willett. Line drive right at McKenzie, the running back. He'll take it, and he'll take it out to the 35. Good track on that ball as Nick Irvine rips a line drive up the middle.
One thing I like to see out of his offense, or out of our defense right here, Luke, is either A, get a 3 and out, or just stuff them, kind of kill the confidence as Yukon, because I mean they made the trip up here, long 2.5-hour trip from on the west side of the state, but just try to kill their confidence because they're riding high right now.
Certainly riding high indeed after drive number 1, successful, getting into the end zone on the opener.
And I like how Coach Holly continues to stick with Kobe Crosby and Tyreek Taylor at the safeties right now.
Carter Creech as well as Destry Lujan. Lujan takes the handoff. Lujan's got space. Lujan down the left sideline is finally brought down at the 40.
And it looks like we were outnumbered on the backside right there, Luke, as they get a nice little kick-out block. Running back sees it, gets it. Nice little game right there for Yukon. Sets up another first down here at about the 40-yard line of Broken Arrow.
So Yukon bringing in another depth player at the running back position. Lujan, he's able to bring it to the 40-yard line in Broken Arrow territory. Creech will see Lujan in motion. He'll hand it off to him again. Bounces out left side. Tears his way past. What is at least a 5-yard pickup? We're looking at about a 7-yard gain on first.
And it's just like with Fayetteville in the second half of our game against Fayetteville. Looks like Yukon kind of will take a little page out of their game plan, attacking the weak side of our defense.
2nd down and 3.
Looks like Dagan McCluskey is going to the weak side of the defense right here.
Box is stacked here. We'll see if they go through the air.
Little screen route
out wide. It's going to pick up the first. More space gained and carried, and more yards after the catch by Kennison Rogers. He was able to pick up his first reception to convert a first down on 3rd and 7 on the opening drive. His catches so far, they've all been for first downs, and they've been very important for this offense.
One thing I like to see from our, as we got Gabe Manning down, looks like he's trying to walk off the field. It looks like it might be his left knee. It might be bothering him. But one thing I'd like to see on this timeout right now, looks like it was
looks like an injury timeout have been awarded despite Gabe Manning being able to get up off the field under his own power. Despite that, a 7-6 game right now. 1 turnover so far in the game. Broken Arrow, the fumble, and that is where things lie. The Millers.
I would just like to see our corners and our secondary kind of trigger. What that means is once they see the quarterback's shoulders go flat, hey, he's going now screen. I think we need to do a better job of triggering as our secondaries and that kick coverage right now.
Creech has McKenzie in the backfield with him. Hands it off to McKenzie, and he's shut down on first.
Dagan McCluskey in on the action right there. Looks like Silver along with Gunnar Wilson and McCluskey on that tackle. That's what I like to see more from our defensive line in this game, Luke, is getting more penetration. I mean, it's up to those guys. If they want to stop this attack that Yukon has so far has shown us in this first quarter, it's on them guys. As look like we're in our proud defense right here, a line defense.
Unique setup here. Pressure coming in with speed. A little bit of a head steam. Creech wants to run with it. Creech steps
Ball's
through.
loose.
Ball's loose. Creech falls on top of it, but
again.
it spits out again. And the Yukon Millers somehow knock it out of bounds.
It's back at the 20-yard line. Hey, and I said this also in our preview show, Luke. I mean, you got to create turnovers. We have to win the turnover battle in this game. Right now, we're -1 in the turnover battle. So we have to commit turnovers in this game.
Carter Creech losing the football a little bit loosey-goosey with it, but he's fortunate enough that it is not a perfect circle of football. It bounces around quite a bit.
Looks like we're in a too-high safety look, but looks like that's Tayshawn and Jason Johnson at a too-high safety look. Kind of like what we had against Owasso when Tayshawn had his interception.
Man coverage up front with the safeties deep near the goal line. Taking the snap, it's Creech. Handoff to Lujan. Lujan will carry it on ahead. He's pushed out towards the boundary, and it will be 4th down and short.
Jason Johnson on that tackle right there. Nice strong run by the running back, Luke. I think Yukon's going to go for it. This might be 4-down territory for them. This is what I'm talking about, the confidence right here. This is what you got to choke them out right here, Luke.
4th down and 5 yards to go. Really more like 4 yards. Pressure off of the edge, and do we have an offside?
4th down and less than 5, you go with a hard count. Every offensive coordinator in America and the world will go with a hard count right there. We have to be more disciplined, not hold our water, as we say in the coaching world. Hold our water right there and be more disciplined. Too bad for Dagan out there, but hey, we got 4 more downs to stop him.
So a offside penalty rewards the Millers with the 1st down, and they get fresh life. Just inside the 10. Creech will carry it himself. Creech has space to the outside. Creech towards the goal line. He dives, and he scores.
The quarterback run game once again to the weak side. Kind of reminiscent of Fayetteville. I don't like to look back in the rearview mirror, but right there, boys and girls, that's just been Achilles' heel so far. Hopefully we can make adjustments and stop that here pretty soon.
Carter Creech gets in himself. Both quarterbacks with a rushing touchdown so far today. And this defense, rare has a stop come in the last couple of weeks now as they are trying to find it back to where they had it early in the season. This kick is up, and the extra point's good. We will quickly head to break. When we come back, BA will get the kick and the chance to tie the ball game up when we come back on ArrowVision.
Just a reminder, there'll come a time that they can no longer share a bedroom. That's why we have a complete array of home loans, so that dream of more space can come true, right on time. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Craving delicious tenders or crispy fried chicken? Hit the Waldo's drive-thru, open 7 days a week. Locally owned and operated in Broken Arrow, 71st and Yale, and coming soon to Owasso. Waldo's makes lunch and dinner a breeze. Waldo's Chicken, fast, fresh, delicious.
There is nothing like teaching about the rewards in life, like catching that first big fish. Now they can learn about other rewards by opening up my first savings account just for them. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Welcome back. Short break, and on ArrowVision, Broken Arrow Tigers football. We present you once again, of course, myself, Luke Hamilton, alongside me, Maurice Wallace, helping us out as well throughout the broadcast, Madison Dildine and company. Homecoming tonight in the great city of Broken Arrow. These throwback uniforms on display tonight. And another short kick bouncing off of the hands of the intended target to receive that football and securing it. Thankfully, unfortunately enough, it's going to be Parker Melton.
Parker Melton right there. Good hands. Kid has good hands. I mean, right here, Luke, like I said during the break, I mean, we just have to settle down, play Broken Arrow football. We can't let what's going on happen. It's an ebb and flow to the game. Just settle down, guys, play Broken Arrow football, and we should take care of business right here.
Yukon doesn't have the fastest and most mobile special teams, so that's why you see that kick
Yes.
approach. They do not want returns to have space to work. Satemba. He'll take the snap, hand off to Roberson. Roberson's got a hole right side. He'll stiff arm away from one. And be dragged down by that one ultimately after at least 7 on the pickup.
Great crease by our left side of our line. Obviously, Octavian's going to be the guy. He's going to be the bell cow today. I expect big things from him, along with that awesome line that we have.
Satemba. Second and about 2, you could say. Screen pass out wide. Zane Matthews-Boudreau has space to work near the sideline. At the boundary, he's thrown out, and he'll pick up the first down.
And once again, right there, we're trying to get to the perimeter. I think that's a great game plan by our offensive staff. Get the now screen to not only Zane, but get the now screen to probably Tayshawn and Garcia and Keaton Johnson also. Just get on the perimeter. We have the speed to beat them.
So marching the ball downfield, the offenses all night long on both sides. Satemba drops back, looks to throw. We'll go a little bit deeper this time to Zane Matthews-Boudreau on a quick hitch route. And on the sideline, he'll pick up the gain for at least half of what he needs.
Attacking the boundary, that's been the key right here. It's been a mismatch right over there with Zane in that corner. Now we got trips to the top with Zeke Wilson as a tight end down here to the near side.
Handoff, Roberson sees the hole and absolutely smashes through it. He's inside the 35-yard line.
Hey, that's a beautiful run by Octavian. Once again, I mean, it's ABC right here. It's elementary, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we're gonna hit him inside. We're gonna hit him outside. We're gonna hit him a little now screens here. They can't compete with us. We just got to continue to take the ball down the field.
Satemba on 1st and 10. Drops back. Looking deep, will roll out. Does he have an option over the middle? And being tripped up on the play is Tayshawn Jones-Wade, and that's the flag he was looking for. He got it. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty and another first down approaching what is now inside the 20-yard line.
I'd rather take 15 than take a touchdown right there, Luke. As a defensive back, as you're getting beat, hey, you make a grab, you try to trip him, you do whatever you got, live to get another play.
No doubt. The Millers. A tremendous day offensively so far. Defensively, they have forced the turnover. So they're going to call most likely that was just a natural tripping over the legs.
Yeah, incidental contact. That's what they're calling. Looking at it again, I think there probably was incidental contact. But, hey, here it is, second down. Just make a play, Broken Arrow.
Second down and 10. They take away the pass interference. There is pressure, and there is someone jumping on the line offside. The Millers will hurt themselves right after with a penalty. And so it's going to be second down and 5. Both of these teams 0-1 in district so far. Looking for their first district win. Someone will get it tonight.
Very important district win needed right here by both teams.
Satemba will see motion in front on the line. Irvine and Wilson in motion, handoff up the middle. And Roberson picks up close to what he needs. It's going to be third down and short, 1 yard to go.
And they're going to continue to go at that football as we see number 0 from Yukon try to strip that football right there. Keller Troxel. They're going to continue to go at the football because they know that Octavian kind of does carry the football a little loosely. But I know Coach Barlow and his guys will do a better job of getting him to keep that ball close to his chest.
Keller Troxel, starting linebacker senior for this Yukon Millers team. There is Roberson. Patient does he go, and that'll be enough for the first.
He's moving the chains. Take that all day long. I like the tempo.
At the 29.
I like the tempo. We're not huddling up. We're trying to get these guys tired. Like I said, the depth of this team is not what we have. So if we can get them tired up front, we should be able to take control of this game in the second half, or second quarter to the second half.
Satemba wants to go deep one-on-one option, and it's just wide and away from Tayshawn Jones-Wade on the one-on-one matchup. They might have liked what they saw throw just a bit too far, and the coverage just as good.
Well, it's pretty good defense right there by the corner. He's going against one of the top receivers, not only in this district, but arguably on this side of the state. So great defense by the cornerback right there on one-on-one.
A touchdown for the Tigers on their last offensive drive, going for 2 unsuccessful. That's the disparity we have in this 7-6 game. Satemba looks, quick screen pass out wide. Zane Matthews-Boudreau takes off, breaks 1 tackle. Matthews-Boudreau down the sideline has what is now inside the 10-yard line for possession. Just outside the 10 is what they're going to credit.
So far, I'm liking this game plan by the offensive staff. Get the ball out there, now screens, get the receivers, catch the football, get them in open field, because you know, I think we're doing what we do best, and that's getting the ball out in the perimeter.
First down and 10 yards to go. They can get down close to the 1 and still pick up the first. Roberson bounces off of a couple of linemen and is thrown back for no gain hardly at all on first down.
Nice little pushback by their defensive line right there. Roberson kind of tiptoeing through the line. Didn't like what he's seen, and they got the tackle in the backfield.
Roberson off. And Caden Lawless, the sophomore running back, is on. Deshaun Jordan coming in at wide receiver. He's in the slot at the top of your screen. Jaden Garcia in the slot at the bottom of your screen. Zane Matthews-Boudreau near side and far side. Tayshawn Jones-Way. Satemba to drop back, looking for one of those options over the middle. Has one, it's Garcia. He's inside the 5, down to the 2.
Nice play call. Seen the hole in the defense right there. Inside receiver slot Garcia was playing. He found a nice little hole in that zone coverage that they were running. First down. Or they're about the 3-yard line, about a half yard short. My apologies right there, half yard short. So we can still make a first down in this possession right here inside the 5-yard line.
Clock is running down, might end what is our first quarter. They'll let it milk down. And everybody a part of the Jungle Squad in the student section over there is happy about that quarter ending as it did. They'll get a chance to look up close and personal at this upcoming touchdown chance for the Tigers when we hit the second quarter. We go down to the field, our Folds of Honor Quick Trip Hometown Heroes, as we direct our attention to the south end zone for those Folds of Honor Quick Trip Hometown Heroes.
Chris is a 2004 Broken Arrow High School graduate and former Tiger football player. After playing football at the University of Arkansas from 2006 to 2008, Officer Wade followed his passion to serve, becoming a law enforcement officer with the Tulsa Police Department. Chris dedicated 5 years to the city of Tulsa, earning a Purple Heart in 2022 after being injured on duty. He now continues his service as an Oklahoma Highway Patrol state trooper. Off duty, Chris enjoys spending time with his family, his wife Katie, daughter Kaya, and many of his proud Broken Arrow alumni family members. We are incredibly honored to have Chris Wade with us tonight as a true hero who has shown courage, dedication, and a deep commitment to protecting our community and country. Tiger fans, please help us congratulate tonight's Folds of Honor Quick Trip Hometown Hero, Chris Wade. He is joined on the field by Quick Trip Representative Jeremiah Van, Associate Superintendent Steve Dunn, and Executive Director of Athletic Dr. Dustin Smith. Thank you, Chris Wade, for your heroism, courage, and bravery you displayed while protecting our city.
Chris Wade, certainly a gentleman and a scholar. Just based off of those accolades, always nice to be able to, of course, honor our hometown heroes. Brought to you by Quick Trip, and a chance to get into the end zone here tight.
Yes,
is the space now for the Yukon Miller defense to have to work with.
And how perfect would it be, because the nephew of Chris Wade right there is Tayshawn, so how perfect would it be to hit him on a slant route for a touchdown right here, right in front of Chris in the student section right here.
Just saw his family get congratulated and honored. Here we go. Second quarter is underway. 12 minutes are on the clock and a chance to get into the end zone for the Tigers on third down. Keeping it is Satemba. Has to get to the outside. Satemba blocking away. Satemba walks in, a touchdown. 1, 2, and 3 stiff arms, and he's in. His second rushing score of the night.
He's talented. He's growing up. He's big time growing up so far this year. He's the leader of this offense. Obviously the unsung hero of the whole team. Showing his legs once again. Nice little stiff arm right there. Touchdown Tigers.
Jeremiah Satemba, space on the outside. And I'll tell you what, a little bit of a story that has been beautiful to see is ever since this Tigers group went for 2 on the road in Mustang and they didn't pick it up, Satemba has been a beast in the run game.
Yes, he has.
As he took that personally, not getting into the end zone to tie and win that game, he has been tremendous in that regard. They go for 2 again. Wide outside, and it's successful this time round. Garcia on the catch, and they get the point back they missed last time. It is a 14-all game.
Hey, sometimes they say don't chase points, but hey, we see something that we like. Garcia with the touchdown right there. Now it's a tie game. Let's go make some noise right here on defense. Top them on defense. Get the offense back on the field because it may be a shootout, but hey, I think we can win this shootout if it comes down to that.
A fumble on the opening drive of the game. Yukon goes down. They score off of that. It's 7-0. The Tigers respond 7-6 after a unfortunately missed 2-point conversion. But you know what? Yukon comes right back down. They score again. It's all of a sudden 14-6. And the Tigers, they need to respond. They do. They're keeping pace right now. It's time to flip that script and start setting the pace, and that starts with a defensive stop that they haven't gotten yet.
Well, you have to have that defensive stop. I mean, right here, I hate to say it. Actually, I don't hate to say it. As a defensive guy, the pressure's on the defense right now. Make the stop. Let's make it happen. Get the ball back to our offense. Get control back of this game. The defense has to make tackles. It's not against the rules to make tackles, guys. Just make tackles in the open field, please.
Just 28 points scored from this Yukon offense in the last 2 games. They've got half of that already tonight in just 1 quarter. Nick Irvine is back deep to kick from the 40. Just 6 seconds have expired in our second quarter, and it is a tie game at 14-all. This one is deep and returnable inside the 5-yard line. Bringing it on out is Daniel Yebbett, and Yebbett will bring it out on a decent return to the 27-yard line. Here we go.
I like the confidence that Coach Holly's still out there showing his defense, clapping his hands, telling them it's okay. Sometimes it happens. I mean, you just tell guys, hey, you don't look in the rearview mirror. Always look forward, and let's just go out here and get a stop.
First down and 10, needing to get to the 37 to pick up that new first down. Carter Creech in the shotgun will option. Has a man deep. Do they have the catch? They do. Right down the seam is Lucas Jones, the senior wide receiver, and it is a massive gain on first. He's down after the catch. And we might see an injury timeout because of it, but this Tigers defense unfortunately fooled on the RPO, and the RPO's been working all night long for this Millers team.
Well, yes, and it has been working all night long as they're not paying attention to what they need to pay attention to. But, I mean, right there, they catch them on the seam route. That's the easiest throw, not only for a young quarterback, but a quarterback at any level. That's a high percentage throw right there. He put it on the money. Great tackle by our secondary. He might come down on his shoulder, so we'll see here.
Yukon certainly doing a good job of mixing it up. We'll take a short break. When we do come back, we'll get back to action, and it is now the Yukon Millers in plus territory. They'll have the ball at the 38-yard line in Tigers' end when we come back.
Around the clock, throughout eastern Oklahoma, we're devoted to improving the health of our communities, our home. We are your friends and neighbors. We are the people of St. Francis.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Craving delicious tenders or crispy fried chicken? Hit the Waldo's drive-thru, open 7 days a week. Locally owned and operated in Broken Arrow, 71st and Yale, and coming soon to Owasso. Waldo's makes lunch and dinner a breeze. Waldo's chicken, fast, fresh, delicious.
Introducing QT Pay, the easiest way to transform every trip, every treat, and every gallon into instant savings every time you pay. All within the QT app. QT Pay. It just makes sense.
Welcome back to Tiger Football on ArrowVision. Coming out of our injury timeout, looks like Lucas Jones coming off the field after making that catch. A long catch indeed, for sure, on that reception. to set up Yukon in plus territory as we regain our ability to have some action here. 38-yard line in the Tigers' end is where this drive continues from. It started at the 27-yard line of Yukon's territory. Just one play has gotten us to where we're at. Creech drops back, looks, quick slip screen. He's going to bounce it back the other way. McKenzie is brought down quickly, and he's going to lose about a yard on that play.
Well, they haven't really changed it. They haven't really changed anything up on their offensive formation yet. So Jacoby Johnson, Gunnar Wilson on that tackle right there. My apologies, but they haven't really changed anything on their offensive formation right here, Luke. So, but they have many plays out of this formation as they do the little slip screen right there as we come back here to second down. It looks like 11.
35-yard pass and now a 1-yard loss on the run. That's what we've seen in the sequence so far. And the run game shut down again, maybe getting back to the original line of scrimmage at best. Third down and long.
It looks like we got our nickel defense in again as he makes some changes in the secondary as they're going back to that too high safety look.
It's going to be man-to-man coverage here up front of the line of scrimmage. Two safeties deep, as mentioned.
Try to keep everything in front of you, break on everything. Underneath, make a play here on this third down play.
Dropping back, Creech might have an option over the middle, and it's just over the backside shoulder. Incomplete off of the hands of Kennison Rogers, who, if he just had maybe a little bit of a better look on the pass, would have had his hands on it. You ask any wide receiver, though, that they can touch it, they can catch it, and that's the mindset they want to have. It's going to be fourth down and long, but this Yukon team's going to keep their offense out there.
Well, he made a great move on Nick Miles right there. I mean, he and the quarterback waited for him to come across, had a nice little window to put it there, put it a little bit high, but he's got to make that catch right there.
A whistle before we can get this fourth down play ensuing. Just going to be a little bit of a procedure checkup, and everything's all good.
So we got 4 wide.
Fourth down and 10 yards to go from the 38-yard line.
A timeout.
Do we get a timeout? We do. Yukon's going to take it. Gives us a chance to thank our One Club sponsors. As always, First National Bank of Broken Arrow, TTCU Federal Credit Union, as well as Tulsa Bone and Joint, St. Francis, Ascension St. John, Quick Trip, Shields, the BAPS Foundation, and the Arrow Group here tonight. It's homecoming this evening. Crowd is very full, as it always is on a home game night. Jungle Squad all decked out in pink this evening. The first game in October is upon us. It is 14 all, and Yukon, last time they were in a fourth down situation, I believe they were just outside of the 10-yard line. It was an offside penalty on that 4th and 5 that allowed the first down to be created. Here's another fourth down chance for this defense. Redemption is upon them. It's a chance to just take a deep breath and get the biggest stop of the night right now.
Well, the biggest stop to the night right now. I mean, if I'm Yukon, do I go for the end zone or do I go for just go for the first down? Obviously, you probably want to go for the first down. I like the play call. They didn't see what they had, what they wanted right there, so they called timeout. So anxious to see what they're going to do right here on this fourth down, and looks like about 11.
The Jungle Squad looks on this student section. This timeout coming out of it, the RPO has been effective for this offense so far.
And think about it, does it feel like fall out there? I mean, it's
it hasn't, not for me at least.
Jeez.
So here we go. Carter Creech in the shotgun. He's got his fellow junior running back, Destry Lujan, in the backfield with him. Creech drops back, looks to his right to throw, steps up, will fire a bullet, and he's got his man. Space now to run towards the outside and a pickup and a first down. Diaz on the catch.
Well, that's kind of a heartbreaker right there. That's an Achilles heel once again. I'll say that again, Achilles heel. Catch in the middle of the defense. Great play call by their offense right there. Just catch in the middle of the defense, soft part of the defense, so as they get the first down right inside the 20-yard line.
Jero Diaz with his first catch of the day, and it's an important one. Lujan takes the run up the middle. Heavy body. Lujan gets down at the 10.
Well, one thing I can't. We had Nathan Martin on the tackle, but one thing I can say is UConn's offensive line has done a pretty good job against our defensive front so far in this first half. I did see some things on film that I didn't want to believe, but right now it's coming to fruition right now. But as they come out in this second down, and looks like 4 right here, Luke.
Lujan, he'll get another handoff, bounces off of his own O-line, and a fantastic drag down by Cole Lamont. Gets the laces and the ankles and makes the tackle.
Looks like they lost a tooth right there, so it should bring up third down and either 5 or 6. This is a big stop right here, as I think UConn will probably go for it on 4th down here. So this is huge right here, Luke.
Big spot here, 2-down territory, at least traditionally here tonight for the Millers. They'll look onto the sideline for the adjustment. The audible, we'll see if there's any. 8:42 and counting left here in the first half, and a tie game at 14. Creech takes this, drops back, RPO, options to throw over the middle across his body, and he's got a man a touchdown. Kennison Rogers again, his second big catch of the day.
Well, right there, he just got across the face of our defensive backs, and they just let him go right there in the middle. I think that's just a breakdown in coverage right there. That's just not smart IQ football right there by our defensive backs. It's a one-man route, two-man route. You know what they're doing. They're coming to the soft part of your defense. You got to make the play.
So Kennison Rogers makes it a perfect 3-for-3 night for this Yukon offense. It has been a steamroll for this Millers team. Now keeping pace, of course, of the Tigers, just down by 6 right now. And that offense will continue to have to, well, match the pace.
Well, it's so far the talk of the week was we know we can score. We do. We know we can score. But the question is, can we stop them? You know, looking at film, yes, you know you can stop them. But ultimately, as coaches, you put the game plan in, and you coach during the week, and the players got to go out there and execute the game plan on Friday night.
A 12-yard touchdown catch from Rogers gives them the lead back. You're right, and you look back, of course, this is a team in the Broken Arrow Tigers that shut out Fayetteville, the 7A state champions, to a scoreless game through the first half. It was 9-0, and it's been a little bit of a turnaround for the defense since then. 8:32 left in the half, plenty of time, and I think this offense can breathe a little bit. The pressure's not on them, but you'll help out your defense quite a bit if you can stay at the pace you're at right now, especially in the first half. You want to go into that locker room with manageable adjustments for a defense.
Well, yeah, and I mean, and like I said, it's just a little tweak here, a little tweak there that I think we need to make. But Luke, that's just IQ football. You got a two-man route going on. One guy goes out, the other guy goes in. That's elementary football. If a guy goes out, somebody's coming in. I mean, you got to make the play right there. You got to understand. You look at the quarterback's eyes. His shoulders are coming down. He's not going deep. That's a straight pass right there. Just make the play.
Execution certainly missing from the formula right now for this Tigers defense. They will take a seat for now and look to make the adjustment. They'll certainly get onto the field at least one, if not two more times tonight in the first half. 8:32 left in our half on homecoming night. Yukon will get set to kick away in what has been an offensive frenzy here tonight, 21-14.
Well, and one thing I can say, I would probably bring my kick returners up because we know Yukon's not going to kick it back, kick it deep. Maybe that's something they might see on if they come up a little bit. But I would try to get the ball in Zane or Octavian's hands just to get them on a special teams touchdown right here.
Going to be another shallow kick anticipated. It's going to roll this one out of bounds. So the penalty will set the Tigers up at the 40-yard line to start this drive. And hey, you're basically kicking the ball about to the 35 or 40-yard line anyways most times.
Yeah.
So that doesn't hurt you, at least from the approach from Yukon. You'll take it all day long.
Yeah.
That's a lot of trust you put in your defense to have to deal with good field position each drive for an opposing offense. And that's what the Millers are going to go with. They're going to trust their defense with a relatively shorter field than traditional after a kickoff. And I think it's a little bit of distrust in that special teams to cover kicks regardless.
Yeah, and maybe that's part of the game plan. I mean, maybe they say, hey, we're not good enough on kickoff, so let's go ahead and give them the ball at the 35, 40-yard line. I think maybe their game plan also was, hey, we think we could score with them. Look like they're spotting it at about the 36-yard line. So, but maybe that's part of their game plan, knowing we can score with them. And maybe they can get some turnovers here and there to turn the game in their favor.
So the 36 where the ball went out is what it looks like. And the handoff on first down to Roberson, a very patient runner. he's able to get more than expected maybe when he went into that scrum. He's out for a 5-yard gain just about.
And I like that Octavian is patient right there. I mean, obviously you got the bigs up front that makes the room for him right there, but I love the way that he likes to run and everything as we got Corey Sango, the freshman, coming in to spell him a little bit.
Corey Sango will get a chance, the freshman. There is movement up front, and there is going to be a procedure issue. Looks like a false start on the offense.
Once again, it boils down to just settling down, playing Broken Arrow football here, Luke. I think this is one of those situations where I think as a leader, and Jeremiah on his birthday here, he's had 2 touchdowns. This is one of those deals where you say, hey guys, calm down. Let's be us. Let's be us and take care of business.
You see that communication as well from players like Caden Moody, number 55 on the left side of that offensive line. Got his first Division I offer from the Texas Tech Red Raiders this past week. Satemba hands it off to Sango. Sango, a ton of speed up the middle, and Sango's got the first. Absolutely bursting onto the seed is Corey Sango.
And he's like a shot out of cannon right there. It's right there. We see it, a replay right here. Being patient, seeing his guys catching the crease, getting upfield. That's one thing I will say about Sango. He stays vertical on the path all the time.
Corey Sango in the backfield again. Satemba dropping back. He's going to get rid of the football this time. He'll want to go deep. It is Tayshawn Jones-Wade, and it is well over his head. Incomplete. So trying the deep option for the second time now with Tayshawn Jones-Wade. It hasn't come up with any success yet. And so we will see second down and long.
Well, the free safety right there, Tabor. He's not going to let Tayshawn get deep on him. That's great discipline by him. Keeping Tayshawn in front of him, making Jeremiah make a throw that he really doesn't like Tayshawn to try to catch on. But, hey, got trips to the bottom right here.
3 receiving options at the bottom of your screen, and a handoff to Sango again. Sango running through a couple of tacklers, and Sango's down with just 1 yard to go. 3rd and short.
Once again, I mean, it's fresh legs right here. This kid just not scared of any moment. He's got a nice, strong run right here. We look at the replay once again. Watch how he's patient. Catch the block by Zeke Wilson right there. Runs over number 1. Hey, that's a nice, strong run by the Frost right there.
Daniel Yebbitt getting a little bit of a taste of Corey Sango and his face mask for a bit. 3rd and 1 and a big 3rd down. Trying to keep up with pace all night is this BA Tigers offense. Ball is loose, and Satemba has to pick it up, and he's just going to have to protect the football. He almost had a chance to run away from pressure, but on the play, there's a flag and a dead ball whistle. That might be the biggest thing here on this play for the Tigers' advantage. We'll see what the call is, though.
Man, that was a save right there on a false start, looks like.
Illegal formation.
Wow, illegal formation, my bad.
An illegal formation, and a fortunate one. That's a rarity to say on the broadcast, and certainly being said down on the sideline as well, as it's just going to be
and
a new situation.
The thing about that penalty is that's a loss of down right there. Looks like that's a loss down. Yeah, that's 4th down, brings up 4th and 12.
4th and 12, and it could have been a much more difficult situation. So a decline on that penalty is going to allow a 4th and 12. Here we go.
Yeah. So that's my mistake. So they did decline it right there, Luke. So Jeremiah with the punt.
A punt will be fair caught at the 21. That's going to start this new drive for Yukon. Their offense heads on out, and this is the chance the Millers believe in that could control the football game. They've scored all night long. Their defense finally gave them a gift of a stop, and now they're going to go try to take advantage of it.
Well, and I mean, you're on the road. I mean, you have nothing to lose right here. You're up 7. You got 6:28 left. You got the ball right here at the 20-yard line of your own 20-yard line. Broken Arrow has to stop them. Yukon's playing right where they want to play right now. They're comfortable. They're in their feelings right now. So Broken Arrow just has to come around and play some good time football right here.
Head coach Josh Blankenship, Clarence Hawley, defensive coordinator, looks on for this new defensive drive, one that will be certainly evaluated much so. Bad snap here, and it's going to bring McKenzie all the way back to half the field. It well behind the line of scrimmage inside the 10-yard line is where he'll pick up the football.
Well, and hopefully that's the play that we need to spark this defense. I mean, I'm not seeing energy out there. I'm not seeing energy on the sideline as we have a mishap on the snap right there. I just like to see a lot more energy, not only from the sideline but from our guys on the field. That's a big-time play for us to get it right back here, back them up to the end zone.
So second down and long, 2nd and 21, and the run play for McKenzie is shut down immediately. 3rd down and a ton to go.
One thing I can't say about Cole, Cole is not going to miss many tackles right there as he shoots the gap. He's a wrestler, so he knows how to make those plays low. So great job by Cole and shooting the gap right there, making the play. Looks like we got 3rd and a mile.
Cole Lamont, a wrestler, as well as his teammate Gunnar Wilson. In fact, we talked to Gunnar in an interview in Inside Tiger Football this week. Gunnar Wilson, wrestling is his number one. It's his biggest focus, and he certainly excels at it. And you cannot tell a wrestler that it does not help contribute to their football game just as well.
Man, it does.
Option here to run it. It's Creech. The quarterback himself will take off.
Ball's
Ball
loose.
might have been loose. And was it picked up by the Tigers? It is. They even the turnover battle, and the fumble recovery sets up the Tigers inside the 20.
And that's what you need right there. I think that hopefully that's something that we have a momentum change right here. I'm not saying Yukon got a little cute right there, but they've never been in situations like that where they can capitalize on turnovers right there. So I think I like to see something right here from our offense. I like to see them just go ahead and take a shot right here to the end zone.
Carter Creech has fumbled the football twice. He got away with the first one. It went out of bounds after bouncing around for quite a bit. Doesn't get away with it a second time. And now the Tigers have redemption and a chance to tie the football game back up. Back-to-back defensive stops for these two teams. First time we've seen it all night. Satema drops back on first down. Might have an option. 1-on-2 pass into coverage, and it just goes out the hands of Roberson near the goal line.
Well, one thing, as a defensive guy, that I will tell you, being around a great offensive coordinator and great offensive staff that I've been around the last 5 years, you want to take a shot at the end zone off of a turnover, but great defense right there by Yukon, kind of combating that right there. So it brings up 2nd down and 10. Yes. It looks like we did have Tayshawn man-on-man down here, but I think they wanted that wheel route, something that we have seen a lot that they did a great job against Fayetteville and Harbor on.
Snap on 2nd down. Hand off to Roberson. Might have space to the outside along the right. He's going to spin away from pressure, getting a little bit cute. Just around the 15, now closer to the 10. He'll reach at the 11.
So we've got a flag on the play.
A flag right after Roberson goes down on his long Oregon Trail run.
That's great.
And we'll see if this is 3rd down and manageable or if it's going to be 2nd and long somehow. A lot of conversation, and we do get the answer.
Personal foul. Defense. Half the distance to the goal.
A personal foul on the defense, and it's a 1st down, and it's half the distance, just outside of the 5-yard line. The Tigers, they've struggled at times punching the ball into the end zone in spots like this. Chance for growth and improvement, and a very necessary one in a 7-point deficit right now.
Well, you got to take the gift that's been given to you right here. So, I mean, it's automatic first down. You get 4 automatic plays right here. So let's see what we can do as we give the ball Octavian again.
Roberson, a handoff, stretches on ahead. He's inside of the 5 now. 2 yards on the pickup.
Got a flag again.
Flag on the field.
Looks like it's going to be on Yukon again. The official that threw it is talking to number 31.
More conversation between not just the officials, but the defensive line as well for the Millers. That conversation done with, and we get a call. A personal foul on a dead ball call will push half the distance to the goal for 2nd down. Or rather, they should reset it here.
And a team like Yukon, you can't have plays like that. I mean, you're ahead in the game. You're in control of this game. You're on the road. You got a team like Broken Arrow down on homecoming night. You just have to be smarter. But, hey, as a Broken Arrow guy, I'm going to tell you right now, take advantage of the opportunity, guys.
Two-yard line.
2nd down, goal to go for
And the math
Tigers.
is 6 feet here to get into the end zone.
like the formation right here. You got a lot of options with this formation against this defense here on about the inside the 2-yard line.
A ton of pressure on the right side. Taking the handoff, Lawless is in. Caden Lawless, a rushing touchdown and a point away from a tie game again.
That's Cowboy. Ring the bells. That's Cowboy right there, ladies and gentlemen. As the offensive line did a great job washing that down. He went off tackle right there. I guess some boys were smelling the corny dogs from the fair, and they got the touchdown right there.
The fair is in town, and so is Caden Lawless, showing the town what he can do. He gets in again. His second touchdown at home this season, and an extra point, as we mentioned, away from a tie ball game. Nick Irvine blocked on the extra point. Yukon has a chance to try to return it back in a dead ball instead. You can't. At the high school level, I think everybody jumped up to expect it. And Lujan, the running back, gets in there on special teams and blocks that. And it's the little things, the little details that are missing at, well, points in time for this Tigers team that allows it to be a 1-point deficit again.
And championship programs, and we're building our way to that, Luke, but championship programs don't allow little things like that to happen. You know, he came right up the middle, right up the A-gap on the left side of the offensive line, and just went through and blocked that kick. We have to seal that up. That guard has to come down, seal him right there. We got to make that play right there to tie this game up.
It is 21-20 instead, and the Tigers trail by 1.
But I still like where we are. I think we got Yukon on their heels right now. I still like where we are, so hopefully we can make a run right here on defense, get a 3 and out, just get the ball, get Yukon to punt the football because they have not punted yet. So let's just have a defensive stop right here, get offense back on the field, get a little 4-minute offense, 2-minute offense in, and go into halftime with the lead.
Yukon's offense gave Broken Arrow some life with that bad snap on first down last drive. They had the football, but after that it was disaster ensuing anyways. Cole Lamont with a big tackle on the next run play and ultimately a fumble inside the 20-yard line. This one is fielded and brought on out by Yevitt, and he's going to be down just past the 25-yard line. It's going to be a drive that starts at about the 26.5-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Millers. .352 to go in this first half. And yes, as time dwindles down, we'll see what scenario we have when the clock's hit 0. Yukon will get the ball to start the second half. And they will set up shop. Ball is snapped and a handoff. First down, just missing the tackle. Lujan breaks off of a couple, and he's on ahead for a 15-yard gain on first down.
And that's a big guy right there, but that's a nice little kick-out block right there. I mean, we got to do a better job of coming down on that block, sealing that block, closing that hole up, make him bounce that to our speed on the outside and make the tackle. But great play call right there by Yukon.
41-yard line. The ball sits now 1st and 10. Yukon wanting to work relatively quickly. They will do so. A little bit of a delay on the screen pass, but it does get out. The man with the touchdown catch most recently for the Millers, that being Kennison Rogers on the catch, gains a few.
And one thing I like, Luke, is I see our defensive lineman coming in on there to make the play right there. Little Fernando right there. So little Ricardo Fernandez making the play, pursuing to the football as a great adjustment right there as I see Holly got Fernando in the game as he's going both ways so far.
Carter Creech takes the snap, a little bit of a wide snap, will keep it himself and try to run it up the middle. Still confidence to carry the football despite the 2 fumbles for Creech, as he is certainly thinking about that in the back of his head. You'd have to think 3rd down and 7, or rather 3rd down and about 5 here.
And I'm going to continue to piggyback off of Ricardo right here. I mean, that's something that was discussed between the coach and I earlier this week. I think it's that time of the year. Ricardo's a senior right now. Yes, he is an offensive lineman by trade, but he's the guy that's going to make the difference at that 0 tech. So I think we need to go ahead and tell him, hey, we're going to ride you both ways so far in the season.
Number 77 in black and gold in that white number. Carter Creech getting out of the pocket. He might have a chance to run for the first down. Creech reaches, and he's got it. Great deception by him in the backfield.
That was great pressure by Gabe Manning as he missed him by just a little bit right there. But, hey, the quarterback, he's athletic enough. Great balance right there, getting outside for the first down.
Carter Creech reaching for that one by the fingertips. Decided not to clip those fingernails, and it works out here at the end of the day. 21-20, the 1-point lead stands right now, reaching close to 2 minutes remaining in the half. That 2-minute drill for this offense is upcoming. Ball is snapped. Creech drops back, wants to get rid of the football, has time to do so, steps into one. This one is deep, and he has Kennison Rogers again down to the 5-yard line on the biggest and longest reception of the day for the Millers.
And great protection up front, as we probably will see a replay right here. Great protection up front by Yukon. Allows their quarterback to see downfield, allow the route to develop. Just gets behind our defense. I mean, that's just words can't explain right now. I'm just lost for words right now what's going on with our secondary. As Yukon has first and goal right here with a chance with a minute 40 left on the clock to go up 2 scores here in this ball game in the first half.
First and goal from the 5.
I was trying to say, it was just unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Your job is to be the deepest of the deep. We got a timeout right here as we got number 7 wide open, no coverage. Got a timeout by Broken Arrow.
A little bit of a miscommunication here, and it's shaking his head, Josh Blankenship, right now at what his defense has looked like. Now looking at this scenario, killing clock, the Yukon Millers are certainly going to try to do that.
Yeah.
They're going to want to have the ball and the last laugh here to round it out. Timeouts will have a little bit of a say with that, but not all 3 in the pocket of either team right now.
Well, yeah, and I mean, like I said, Luke, I mean, these guys came in with nothing to lose. I mean, both teams are 0-1. Yes, granted. And talking to the pundits across the state, yes, you think Broken Arrow should come in here and roll Yukon. But they have nothing to lose once again. Like, they're coming in to be the spoilers on a Friday night on homecoming, as anybody should want to. I mean, I've played in homecoming games myself. I mean, you want to be the spoiler, you know. So, I mean, just great game plan. I just hope that our guys are not – it's not a distraction deal or whatever. Don't know what the explanation is, but they just got to play better as the slot guy still looks like he's covered up now.
We've seen plenty of games that are a tale of 2 halves. We are hoping to see a little bit of that tonight, if possible, and a great play by Colby Crosby stepping up from the secondary into the backfield. He makes the tackle, and it's going to be 2nd down and goal.
Yeah, I think this is bigger than the last possession whenever they scored. You want to give up 3 right here. If you give up anything, give up 3, any 0 to 3 points. You don't want to give up 6. You give up 6, I mean, that could be anywhere but demoralizing right there.
2 timeouts for each of these teams right now, 52 and counting on the clock. It's 2nd down and goal.
Looks like we're going man-to-man right here on these 2 receivers at the bottom. They might go all-out blitz right here.
Baylor Weaver on the inside slot position there at wide receiver. Creech drops back, rolls out, might have some time, has to improvise, and he just falls down at the 15-yard line. It's 3rd down with 30 seconds and counting left, and we are going to get a whistle and a timeout called by Yukon, I believe.
Hey, and that's the pressure. That's the pressure I've been expecting all night long so far. They finally they had to bring 6 or 7 on that one. I think 6 on that was brought on that possession, on that play right there as we see the replay.
Since that Tiger timeout, 2 plays, a loss of 10 yards, and all of a sudden the pressure now on the Yukon offense to get any kind of points out of this final drive.
Well, I don't think you sit back. I think you just go ahead and bring it. Continue to do what your game plan has been all year long. Just bring it. I mean, and obviously we've seen the last 2 plays right here that if we bring it, they'll go ahead and fold. So we'll see what we got here on this big 3rd down play from about the 15-yard line.
Might see the possibility of the kicking unit coming out for the first time tonight for Yukon. Not much less to lose here at the end of the half. Might just try to get those 3 points. But we have seen Yukon option to go for it on 4th down all night long tonight. Whether that be the game plan just early in the game or late in the game, we'll have those answers after this 3rd down. That's what everybody's focused on right now.
And we got it looks like we'll probably have a little 3 high safety look.
The Tigers get set for a big 3rd down, and Yukon almost done with their conversation and communication on what the option will be for 3rd down. 28 seconds left.
The great thing about a defense is when you get this close to the end zone, things condense down, so it's kind of a little hard for the offense. But anxious to see what we got here on this third down play.
Lujan will take the handoff. Up the middle he goes, breaking through tackles down close to the 5 with 21.3 seconds left on the clock. Another timeout by Yukon, and now they're close enough where most certainly this might be their option to go for it on 4th.
Well, you want to go for a field goal. I mean, you got the options right here. You got your brain trust down there with his head coaches and his offensive staff. Do I kick a field goal, go into halftime with a nice little lead? Do I go try to break their back, get a touchdown? Because we're getting the ball back anyway in the second half. So, I mean, the playbook's open right here. Anxious to see what Yukon has.
Yukon, what we're expecting, at least what I'm expecting, I think they go for it. You get that many yards on that pickup, 10 yards on 3rd down. Now you almost feel like you have to. It's only 5 yards to pick up. Maybe you get 6 yards. Maybe you only get 4 or 5 yards on that play. I think you're probably bringing out the kicking unit. 10 yards. It's like a slot machine staring at you in Vegas.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're probably like, hey, let's get 4, 5, 6 yards on this play. Oh, wow, we got 10. Hey, timeout. Let's go make another choice right here. So, I mean, it's a big stand so far, the biggest stand right here in the game. And to me, so far in the season, it's the big stand right here for our defense.
There have been very monumentous 4th down calls already in this game. This certainly, not just because it's the most recent, but because it's the most meaningful by the end of the half. Certainly the most important. Ball is sitting at the 5 on 4th and 5.
Tyreek and Don Fryer comes back in the game as they take out Tayshawn and TJ Shanks. 2 to the top. He makes adjustment to the weak side into the boundary.
Carter Creech sees Lujan move in the backfield.
Got a timeout.
A timeout called by Yukon. They wanted to see the setup. Obviously, a couple of hard counts there.
Yeah.
And a smart way to do it. You can't take them into the locker room, those timeouts. It's not a checkers game right now. It's a chess game on this 4th down.
And I like the fact that Holly went out there and he adjusted his guys to the weak side. Looks like Yukon tried to go to the weak side right there into the boundary. They had it. I don't think their guys were quite fast enough to get to the corner of the pylon. But, hey, this, like you said, Luke, it's a chess game down here so far.
I don't know how to play chess.
Actually, I can tell you right now.
But I can tell you what it looks like it out there right now.
I'm actually learning.
Well, good for you. I honestly, my younger brother knows how to do it, and it is just about as complicated as it gets. But so is calling plays on the offensive side of the ball, and that's why I leave it to people like Josh Blankenship. And that's why I leave it to, the professionals at the end of the day, right?
Yes. So I leave it to my guys also. I mean, I got a great staff myself, but we have a great offensive staff ourselves. But offensive plays, hey, I'm a defensive guy. I'd rather stop somebody than call those crazy offensive plays that they draw up.
5 yards to pick up. We do know that math at the end of the day. 21.3 seconds. This turnover happens. Most likely Broken Arrow's probably just going to kneel the ball, get to the locker room. They don't have to deal with any Yukon timeouts during that sequence. So this really is the half right here.
Yes, it is. And this is a big play as they got 2. They might go a pass route up here. I mean, I can anticipate them seeing a slant route coming from the top guy.
Carter Creech, a little bit of an awkward snap. Ball over the middle, it is caught, and Kennison Rogers is in. A touchdown for the Millers, and he has been monumental for this offense. Rogers, at the last moment, gets in.
And that as you see right there, I don't know if we're going to see a replay right there, but they ran a little crossing route right there. Can't call it a pick play, but like I said, that outside receiver coming inside, I've seen that play on film, and they do it once again for about the second time tonight.
Extra point on the way. It's going to be an 8-point game, barring this kick. Going into the locker room, most likely it is good, 28-20. Well, I think now the story opens up for another chapter in it, and who has been more clutch tonight? 1, 2, now 3 4th down conversions for this team. The Yukon Millers have helped keep drives alive, and what we just saw most recently, put the ball into the end zone. They have been clutch, and 21 of their points out of the 28 have come after 4th down conversions within those drives. You can't ask for much more out of your team to be the team you want them to be in the moment. And I think the Tigers are just missing that on the defensive side of the ball. They need to come up with the play, and they just quite haven't.
They haven't, and it's backbreaking, Luke. you as a defensive guy myself, as I've said many times on this broadcast, fourth downs sometimes can be the Achilles heels of a ball team. But we just have to stop them. We have to make them punt. So far, they have not punted tonight. We've punted once, and that's the story of the game right now. They're up 8, we're down 8, and it's the punting right there. We got to get them to punt the football. And so far, big kudos to the guys over there at Yukon. They've had a great game plan coming in. They're sticking to it, and it remains to be seen what's going to happen in the second half.
A chance on the road to put away a team like the Mustang Broncos. They converted a fourth down late in that fourth quarter to get it done. It has been a little bit of an Achilles heel for the Tigers defense so far, and it continues to haunt them into this district home game tonight. Yukon with an 8-point lead, and with 11.8 on the clock, relatively decent field position. We'll see if the Tigers want to go ahead and go talk about it now, or if they want to try to strike one last time.
Well, if I know Blankenship, I know long little conversation right there. He might see what he wants to get on one play before he wants to go into the half, as he has Octavian and Tayshawn right here down to the end. I think he's going to take a strike right here. So we have an empty backfield, 3 to the top with Zeke as the tight end right there. So we'll see what we have going down.
12 men on the field right now, and they do make that call. Coming on late and trying to get off, but not in time, was Brandon Moore, the DB senior for the Millers, and that was the confusion.
Well, it's just one of those things. I mean, 11 seconds left. We have a second half. One thing that I would probably say to our team, and I know Blank is great at motivating his guys, just settle down. I mean, to me, I'll go in and say, hey, guys, it's 0-0. Let's go out. Let's go play 24 minutes of the hardest football that we can play, and go out there and just play broken arrow football. I think a lot of people need to understand that just play broken arrow football, and we should be able to take care of business. But UConn had, like I said, that game plan of theirs coming in and running the football and nice balanced attack and going for it on fourth down. I mean, big ups to those guys over there.
And that first drive coming out of that halftime, it's no joke. It most likely will be an opportunity to take the first 2-possession lead tonight for UConn. Roberson's going to run this one. Not a huge gain on first down, but turns it into one. Ball is loose. Did UConn pick it up?
Yep.
And the second fumble of the day for Roberson is picked up by the boys in white and red. And with 2.4 seconds left on the clock, are they going to say that the Tigers picked it up? They do. Roberson either was down by contact or they picked up the fumble. Satemba has to scramble out after dropping the snap, picks it up, will improvise for a moment, and he'll just take the snap, or rather the sack, that is, and UConn will head into the locker room with an 8-point lead. It's 28-20 tonight after what is the first 24 minutes of the ball game tonight. Of course, we've got another 24 minutes left to play, and we will head down to the field for the halftime festivities. It's the varsity Tigers at midfield. We'll tune in to them as we head to halftime.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to midfield your varsity Tigers and the Youth All-Star Tigers program. The VA varsity Tigers are under the direction of head coach Meredith Dennis and assistant coach Aubrey Weatherford. Captains of the Tigers are Audrey Ellis, Olivia Freeborn, and Avery Regner. Great job to our varsity Tigers and All-Stars.
Welcome back to Inside Tiger Football, brought to you by Rib Crib. We are here for our player segment. We get to chat with a couple of guys that are in the trenches, Caden Moody and Gunnar Wilson, offense and defense. Well, you guys could play both. Who are we kidding? At the end of the day, it's fun just to get to chat with you guys. I spoke about it a little bit ago. Not everybody really finds it to be flashy, the trenches. Nobody talks about it enough. I think especially as a play-by-play broadcaster, people like me, it's hard. I'm looking at the ball the whole time. We don't get to look at the details of what's going on down there, but just talk about what it's like to be in the trenches on a daily basis playing the game of football. It's a part of football that almost feels like a different sport within the sport, right?
Yeah, so the trenches is the best part of the field. Like all those guys out there, like Taysom Jones-Wade, everybody knows who he is because his name's all over the broadcast system, Octavian Roberson. They obviously get the fun part.
Sure.
But all that fun stuff happens because of us.
Right.
And I don't like to take all the credit because they're crazy. I couldn't do what they could do, but they can't do what I can do, and I just love playing in the trenches.
Yeah, absolutely. Like it's a different world in there. But I think it's a great world. I love the violence being in there. It's something that takes a certain mindset. It's something that lots of people can't do, and that's why I love it, because it's just a thing. You can be out there and physically impose your will on somebody, and you can't. Nobody can say anything about it. So I think that's the beauty of the trenches, and I just love being in there. And also practicing with these guys every day. These guys who will go D1. It's a blessing. I think I look at every practice as a great chance to get better. So
it keeps you sharp for sure. Looking at it, how did you guys get to this point in your careers? Look, as a kid, you get to look at every sport. You kind of get an idea as to what you like, what you don't like. What brought you to being the athletes that you are on the football field today? And what did that journey look like, and the decision to, I want to be on the line and go to war every day during game days?
Yeah, so starting off as a kid, I thought I was a basketball guy, and that quickly changed after about, I'd say 6 years. I started playing football, and I kept playing basketball. I was a dual sport athlete all the way till freshman year, and I just kept getting bigger and bigger. I started off as a tight end, and I would catch balls, score touchdowns, all that kind of stuff, and then I just kept getting bigger and bigger, and they're like, man, you're just too big to not have blocking every play, so that's what we want you to do. And I was like, bet.
There you go.
Yeah, so, growing up, I was always a big kid. So the moment I stepped on the football field, it was kind of apparent of what position I was going to be, what role I was going to be. Growing up, I played offensive and defensive line. So it's really molded me into, the player I am, just growing up, being a dual sport athlete, being a wrestler also. Being in wrestling was a big part for me. That was my number one sport. Still, it probably is, but that's really helped me develop into who I am now. Growing up in that environment, a rough environment where cutting weight's a thing, where just being in uncomfortable environments was a big deal in wrestling. So that's really got me prepared for these uncomfortable environments I get put in on game day. So.
Yeah, you guys get to play at the biggest high school in the state. That really comes with a lot of territory, right? You get put into some very difficult districts. You get put in really where all of the meat of the competition is in the state, the Tulsa metro area. Talk about playing in this district a little bit, and what's it like just being here. I hope you guys know what you got. I always mention that to each athlete. You get to play in front of some great crowds, but on top of that, you get to play some great teams. We had a Wasso this past week. You guys are going up against D1 linemen as well. Talk about that experience and getting that opportunity to prove and shine a little bit.
Yeah, everybody always talks about Texas football and how big and stuff they are, and we have the same type of athletes down there. We're just slept on a little more than they are because they're in the spotlight. But always playing Division I guys gets me excited because I know that with them being the clout they have, they're going to put me in front of the coaches I want to be in front of. And I always make sure to go out there and whoop their tail so I can get some good looks.
Yeah, absolutely. Just being in that certain environment, being in this area and playing against those guys have been an absolute blessing. Those coaches are coming to watch certain guys, but if you come and put on film what you can do against those guys, the coaches are going to be interested in you. So, being and playing in that environment it's amazing. You walk outside. I came from Catoosa in my past, and I love it, and I love Catoosa, but the crowds, the fan interaction, it's so much more here, and I'm very appreciative of that. And being able to go against these great players every week, it's been a blessing.
Looking at your coaching staff in particular, what's unique about how they're being able to put themselves in a position to make you guys better on a daily basis? Is this maybe the most unique coaching staff that you guys have had in your football careers? And what sticks out that maybe fans don't see on a day-to-day basis that makes you guys better through this coaching staff?
Yeah, so our coach staff is amazing. They put us in all the right positions. They put us in front of all the right people. And they individually know how to coach each player. It's not like they coach everybody the same. They know your past. They try to make a connection with you as a person. It's more than football. It's a lifestyle. They always say more than being a great football, they want you to leave here being a better man. And that's a very important in life, and I love that about our coaching staff.
Yeah, absolutely. Just developing you not only into a football player, but a man is something they preach all the time. And, one thing very special, I always, when I see different coaching staffs, one thing very special about this one is the closeness of the coaches, the way they talk to each other, the way they speak to each other. It's always with respect. It's always with kindness. And they work together very well. They talk very well, and they go over things very well. So, I'm really appreciative of that.
Looking at you guys outside of the football field, outside of the weight room, the facilities, all of that, students that are listening, your teachers that might even be listening, what do they need to know about you guys away from the game of football? What's important to you once you're kind of relaxed and away from the game?
Yeah, so I pretty much lived my whole life up here, which is nothing that I wouldn't want to do. I love it up here. This is my home. But my actual home, I love spending time with my family. I love watching footballs on Saturday and Sundays, watching the guys that are where I'm trying to be, and learning what they do that I need to do better, and just spending time with my girlfriend and my family.
Yeah, so, one thing I do is I'll go home and I just love spending time with my family, and then after that it's, I hang out with my little brother. Me and him, we'll throw on one of our favorite animes, watch that at night, relax, kind of debrief from what we've been through during the day, and, that's been a great thing for me because it's kind of taught me that outside of sports, outside of football, this is just as important, spending time with family, spending time with your friends. And I think finding that balance between both, where you can come here and you can perform 100%, and then you can go home and put on that smile for your family and be a good family man, is very important. And that's another thing the coaches preach to us. So yeah, it's family time is a big deal for me, and really enjoying the time I have away from here is a big deal. I enjoy the time here, but enjoying the time away from here is also super important. Now, don't get me wrong. I'll go, I'll watch film, I'll do stuff for football at home. But as I'm doing that, I'm spending time with the people I love. So
yeah, no, I love that from both of you guys for sure. Big game. We talked about it off air coming up. And we also talked about how there's a lot of distractions around what is a homecoming week, homecoming game. There's all kinds of festivities. We'll be busy on the broadcast with it all just as well. But you guys have an opportunity, and that's to get district win number 1 this week. That's going to be the focus. Talk about playing against Yukon this week, what that's going to look like from an X's and O's standpoint for you guys. And on top of that, just getting to enjoy wearing those nice homecoming uniforms as well.
Yeah, so like you said, it's just another district game for us. It does happen to be our homecoming game, but it's not a homecoming game to us. It's just another district game that we got to win to perform our success to the playoffs, and it happens to be Yukon we will be playing.
Yeah, they're just in the way of our goal, and that goal is to get in the state championship game and win a gold ball. So this is just one more team that we have to get out of the way. And if we look at it like a homecoming game, we might put more stress on us, unwanted stress, unneeded stress. So just looking at it as another game, going 1-0 like Coach Blank preaches is very important for us.
Staying focused, looking to go 1-0 this week. I love it, guys. Again, we want to thank you both, Caden Moody as well as Gunnar Wilson. We'll be back. Inside Tiger Football brought to you by Rib Crib.
Sidelined with an injury? Running interference with a cold or flu? When it comes to your health, don't drop the ball. Choose All-Star Care from your hometown healthcare team. Ascension St. John.
Introducing QT Pay, the easiest way to transform every trip, every treat, and every gallon into instant savings every time you pay. All within the QT app. QT Pay. It just makes sense.
Craving delicious tenders or crispy fried chicken? Hit the Waldo's drive-thru, open 7 days a week. Locally owned and operated in Broken Arrow, 71st and Yale, and coming soon to Owasso. Waldo's makes lunch and dinner a breeze. Waldo's Chicken, fast, fresh, delicious.
Introducing QT Pay, the easiest way to transform every trip and every gallon into instant savings every time you pay. QT Pay. It just makes sense.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
The Broken Arrow High School Alumni Association recognizes outstanding men and women who have brought honor to their community and alma mater through personal and professional contributions. They are being escorted tonight by our Air Force Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps cadets. Representing the class of 1999 is Jeremy Bryant. Jeremy Bryant, a bold and courageous individual. He has shared his story of overcoming challenges from his middle school years through his graduation from Broken Arrow High School in 1999. Jeremy credits the year he was at BA's Alternative Academy for changing his path and setting him up for future success. Jeremy's hope is that all young people can experience the same transformation he did. He has since dedicated his life to service, both to his country and his community. A two-time U.S. Army veteran, Jeremy continues to give back, including his work with refugees and his mentorship of young people in Broken Arrow. A proud husband and father of 6, Jeremy is committed to inspiring the next generation to succeed. Let's give him a warm welcome to Mr. Jeremy Bryant. Next up from the class of 1962, Charles Finkel. Charles Finkel attended the University of Oklahoma and later the University of Tulsa, where he majored in art and merchandising. His experience in the ROTC drew from the marching skills he learned in the Broken Arrow High School band. He spent time in the Army National Guard before going on to have a successful lifelong career that included starting a business with his wife, Roseanne. He and Roseanne were married for 52 years before her passing in 2020. They have 2 children, Andrew and Amy. Known for his artistic and entrepreneurial spirit, Charles is also a dedicated philanthropist, serving on various boards and supporting community causes. Please join us in welcoming great graduate Charles Finkel. Honoring the class of 1997 is Andrea Gardner. Representing, we're proud to welcome Andrea and a summa cum laude graduate of Broken Arrow High School. She excelled in academics and music, playing in the Pride of Broken Arrow Color Guard and All-State Band. Gardner continued her journey at Oklahoma City University on academic and music scholarships, where she majored in international business and German. She spent a year studying abroad in Germany and was named Rhodes Scholarship finalist. She later served in the U.S. Peace Corps, working on impactful international projects. Now a leader in Tulsa, she manages a local retail group, fostering growth opportunities and serving on various community boards. Please welcome great graduate, Andrea Gardner, back to Broken Arrow.
Our next great graduate is from the class of 1991, Colonel Joe McCain. After enlisting in the U.S. Air Force, McCain became an accomplished pilot, serving in Iraq, Afghanistan, and beyond, amassing over 1,500 combat hours. A dedicated student, McCain earned a Master's of Business Administration before being promoted to captain. He held various leadership roles, including Assistant Director of Operations and Assistant Chief of Standardization and Evaluations, before advancing to Major. Now he commands the world's largest pilot training program at Laughlin Air Force Base. Despite his distinguished military career, McCain remains dedicated to the community service, bringing joy to children and families in various ways. Please join us in welcoming Colonel Joe McCain, a true Broken Arrow great graduate. Our final great graduate, unfortunately unable to make it tonight, is from the class of 1985, Mr. T. Lane Wilson. Currently serves as a senior vice president and general counsel for Williams, overseeing the company's legal, government affairs, outreach, and compliance teams. Wilson has held many distinguished positions, including magistrate judge for the Northern District of Oklahoma. He is active in various industry and community organizations and currently serves on the board of several nonprofits, both locally and nationally. Wilson was inducted into the University of Tulsa College of Law Hall of Fame in 2022 and received the Northeastern Oklahoma Black Lawyers Association Service Award in 2013. Please join me in recognizing T. Lane Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, congratulations to our 2024 great graduates. To read their full biographies, visit www.baschools.org.
Introducing QT Pay, the easiest way to transform every trip, every treat, and every gallon into instant savings every time you pay. All within the QT app. QT Pay. It just makes sense.
Sidelined with an injury? Running interference with a cold or flu? When it comes to your health, don't drop the ball. Choose All-Star Care from your hometown healthcare team. Ascension St. John.
Hello, Tulsa. Shields All Sports Store is opening October 19th at the Woodland Hills Mall. Join us in the parking lot for the grand opening party at 7 a.m. with doors officially opening at 9:30. Step inside to the ultimate retail experience. Shop your favorite brands, meet our Shields experts, and enjoy entertainment like a Ferris wheel or Fuzzy-Wig's Candy Factory. Whether you love the great outdoors, sports, or fashion, Shields has something for you. Join us for Shields grand opening on October 19th.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
Welcome back to Tiger Football, brought to you by ArrowVision as we get set for the second half of football. First things first, we'll break down our first half of play. For those joining us, of course, myself, Luke Hamilton, alongside me, Maurice Wallace here in the booth, listening in to a little bit of a soundbite that our sideline reporter, Madison Dildine, was able to provide us. Head coach Josh Blankenship going into the locker room said it quite nicely and bluntly. 3rd and 4th downs are the problem. That was certainly the story of the first half. 3rd and 4th downs on the defensive side of the ball in particular. 4th down conversions have absolutely haunted the Tiger defense this year. highlighted more so tonight maybe than ever. It's a 28-20 deficit right now going into the third quarter, as we'll break down some of the numbers here. But your first impressions of taking a deep breath here at halftime, getting set for what has to be a tale of two halves.
Well, the tackling is magnified over game, and that's obviously, like I said, it's been a problem all season long, and it's all magnified. I mean, not making Yukon punt the football is big time right there. Like I said, they're a team that if you put them in situations to where they have to give you the football, you got to continue to put your foot on their throat and send them home with their tails tucked between their legs. But right now, I mean, it's a new half. It's a new half, and I think hopefully Blank went in there and settled his troops down and let them know, hey, it's a new half. Let's go in here and take care of business, and hopefully we can make a comeback and let's get out of here with a squeaky win.
The Tigers trail 28-20. How we break that down as far as numbers go, 14-6. Yukon had the lead after the first quarter, 14-14. Those teams evening things up in the second quarter. That's why that 8-point difference in the first quarter is our total difference right now. We look at some of the individual numbers. Carter Creeks, the quarterback for the Millers, he right now is 10 for 12, 192 yards through the air, and he's got 3 touchdowns. Almost a perfect day that you could possibly ask for out of your quarterback. The first throw from scrimmage today out of him was horrendous, and I think he calmed down pretty quickly after that.
Yes, I mean, and the way I look at it is, I mean, he's a kid that you put him into the situation, and he's shining. Obviously, we didn't see a lot of him on film. We thought we was going to see the other kid. But I think this is an adjustment that you have to make on defense and understand, like, hey, he's pretty good, as the words that was said off air. I mean, you're making him look like he's a Heisman Trophy candidate right now.
Looking at the other side of things, Jeremiah Satemba, he's only got 6 completions in this game, but he's got 102 yards through those 6 completions. He's 6 for 10. I think he's going to be a big piece in the run game as well himself to make this happen. Already a rushing touchdown today, and I think he's coming in with some motivation to lead this offense, and maybe it's a do-it-himself tonight.
Well, hey, this is I understand he is a junior, and this is his 5th varsity start of his career, but right now, he's got to see it this way. This is probably my 10th, 11th, 12th varsity start. He's got to be the guy to go on that sideline, to bring the energy, to let these guys understand, like, we have to take control of this game. This is homecoming night. It's my birthday. Let's get it going. I don't see energy out there, Luke, and that's what I like to see out of a team like us is energy, and hopefully we can get it here in the second half as Nick is getting ready to kick off.
Jeremiah Satemba, it is his birthday today. Octavian Roberson in the run game. He's got 70 yards for the Tigers tonight. He had 107 in just one quarter, that being the fourth quarter against the Owasso. So he's on pace to having a good day again as this return to open up the third quarter from the likes of Daniel Yebbitt. Doesn't go for too much, and here we go. Chance to get the second stop defensively of the night for the Tigers. This is the first opportunity since late in the second quarter for anybody to take a 2-possession lead, and Yukon, boy, if they do it, they are off and running.
Well, and I think defensively, let's watch the physicality of our guys. I think that's a big deal right now. That's the word of the second half to me. Let's see how physical we can be with their guys. Because if we're physical, I think we can win this ball game, come back, make a turnover here and there. But we have to be physical not only on the secondary, as Tayshawn looked like we made a change. Got Tayshawn out there. But we'll see as they come out with same old offensive set that they've had in the first half. So obviously they're sticking with their game plan here.
A little bit different from maybe what we saw on the tape. A lot of screen passes, a lot of moving out of the way of the offensive line for an offense like Yukon. They have struck down the field vertically quite a bit here tonight. It's like one of those twists in your favorite reality TV show, but our reality TV show is this football game here tonight.
Oh, yes, as we see right there on the quarterback run game right there. I mean, that might be the Achilles heel also, as we got somebody down right there.
First play has somebody down on the turf. It is a Yukon Miller as of right now. So we'll take a break here for a moment to check in on this.
That might be the quarterback.
11:40 to go. Carter Creech looks to be the man down right now. So we'll take a short break and we'll come back after the injury timeout. It's an 8-point game. We just started our third quarter. We'll be back on ArrowVision.
Hello, Tulsa. Join us for Shield's grand opening on October 19th at the Woodland Hills Mall. Step inside to the ultimate retail experience. Shop your favorite brands, ride the Ferris wheel, and enjoy sweet treats at Fuzzy Wig's Candy Factory. See you soon on October 19th.
Sidelined with an injury? Running interference with a cold or flu? When it comes to your health, Don't drop the ball. Choose all-star care from your hometown healthcare team. Ascension St. John.
Hey, Broken Arrow fans! Score big with TTCU Federal Credit Union's School Pride Card. Each time you use your card, we donate to Broken Arrow Public Schools, adding to the $2.5 million we've given statewide. TTCU, where members are raving fans.
Introducing QT Pay, the easiest way to transform every trip, every treat, and every gallon into instant savings every time you pay. All within the QT app. QT Pay. It just makes sense.
If you and your family have been waiting for the perfect time to jump into your dream home, it's here. We make buying a new home as easy as it is exciting with quick credit approvals and great rates. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Welcome back to action. Broken Arrow Tiger football on ArrowVision. So, update after the break. Carter Creech, quarterback, senior, starting quarterback for Yukon. He goes out with what looked to be a possible shoulder injury. Might be done for the night. Coming in to replace him is number 16, Jonathan Haxton. He's a sophomore quarterback on the depth chart as well as a kicker on the depth chart. Along with that, he hands the ball off on this first play from scrimmage in his action for tonight. It's 3rd down and 3, 11:05 left, rather counting now as they get the clock adjusted. We're under 11 minutes now in the third quarter, and 3rd and 4th downs were the emphasis in the locker room.
Yes, and it looks like on the 3rd and 3 right here.
It is Haxton to throw it out wide, and it's a great play by Lujan to pick up the first as he contributes on this next play, and getting his first contribution through the air is Jonathan Haxton, number 16, the QB.
And with the new quarterback in, that probably minimizes their playbook right here. As the senior who knows a lot of things about this offense, was one that was leading the charge here. Hopefully we can make a run right here. Tell you the truth, as our defense, we look a little hands on our hips, but hey, we got to capitalize on this one right here.
Here is 1st down and 10 from the 36-yard line. The Millers have a ton of pressure in the backfield here as far as bodies go. Snapping a handoff and absolutely rolling right to the line and taking care of business. It's John Brohl.
John Brohl, accompanied by Dagan McCluskey right there. John Brohl, a great junior right there. Great move right there. Great move. Shooting the gap. Quick move right here. And I can tell you right now, you just got to pin your ears back right here, Luke, because I don't think that this guy can throw the football the way the starting quarterback can.
Sometimes it takes just one play. We might get back to the game that we saw on film for the Yukon Millers. That is, use that slip screen play, move the quarterback out of the pocket quickly. We've already seen one pass where he's in motion as well. Do we get back to that game without Carter Creech in the ball game? 2nd down and now 14. High snap and a fake handoff. The RPO throw over the middle. Has his man. It is again Rogers. Rogers is down in plus territory at the 31-yard line. He has been a menace tonight.
And as I say that, they got max protection up front. The young kid puts the ball on a dime. Nice little post route right there in between the teeth of our secondary. To first down and 10 at the 30-yard line for the Miners.
They give them to the 30 here, 1st and 10. And over the middle, they have stretched the field vertically, maybe more than they have all season long tonight. 28 points in the last 2 games combined for the Millers. And they have 28 points just through one half tonight. And going down but popping right back up was Nick Miles. He seems to be relatively okay. He's pointing at that right shoulder as he comes off to the sideline. As we get a small timeout for that. 8:44 left on the clock in the third. In an 8-point game, trying to get what is the first opportunity to punch a 2-possession lead into reality.
So that's going to be Hudson Lott coming in for Nick Miles right there. Hudson Lott, the junior. I coached him as a freshman. He's a great athlete, also a lacrosse player.
Screen pass out wide. Rogers, he makes a lot happen in space, and he's able to pick up 5. Picking up the tackle is Don Fryer, you're right, and now it's half the yards to gain to go.
So interesting to see right here where they want to go for Yukon, as looks like number 11 and number 7 right here down at the bottom of the field. They are going to, looks like they're going to have a little man-to-man right here. Show a little man-to-man as Broken Arrow. As they're locked up on these 2 receivers, probably going to send some heat. Probably send about 6 guys, maybe 7.
5 yards off the line, the DBs to the near side of the screen. Blown up in the backfield again. It is going down McKenzie on the play. And this defensive front finally getting into the action, into the backfield like we expected.
Well, the thing about it, Luke, I mean, there's no threat. There's no dual threat so far with this guy that we see. He made one big pass. You just gotta play your cards right here. Send the heat. Get to the young kid.
Frustration there you see from Logan McKenzie. He's listed as a linebacker on the full roster. Has been playing running back all night long as he has this year. 7-12 and counting on the clock. 3rd down and 9. Haxton will wait patiently with the communication from his sideline. Make sure everybody's in position. Takes the snap, a little bit of early motion on the line. It's not called. And right up the middle, McKenzie picks up a ton. Just shy of the marker. Will they give him credit?
He might be shy about 6 inches.
It's going to be about that 6-inch mark to the first down.
Looks like they got a full yard, Luke. Looks like about a full yard.
4th down and what is officially on the board 1. Whether the math really truly says that or not.
This is big right here. This is big.
Another 4th down, what I believe in recollection could be their 4th conversion on 4th down. There would be 4 out of 4 here tonight. Snap, Haxton hands off. Lujan's brought down, and Lujan can't get to the line.
Huge stop, huge stop, huge stop, huge stop. So we survived the big play by their offense there on the pass play. So we got the ball going the other way at our 20-yard line. Great job by our defense coming through.
The defensive front stepping up again, and a turnover on downs for the first time tonight gets the job done. An 8-point game, and the offense on the field for the first time in the half.
A TV timeout.
We'll take a TV timeout. Gives us an opportunity to send it down to the field. It's our Quick Trip Game Changer student recognition here tonight.
Have been nominated by their principal for showing the 5 Tiger traits, which include tenacity, integrity, gratitude, high expectations, and respect. We are proud to have our Quick Trip Game Changer students here with us tonight. They are recognized for displaying gratitude. Joining them on the field are principals of Broken Arrow Public Schools and Quick Trip representative Jeremiah Van. Fans, let's hear it one more time for our Quick Trip Game Changer students for excelling in the classroom and in the community. BA is proud of you. Fans, remember QT Pay lets you save on every trip and every gallon at Quick Trip every time you pay. Join today and save 25 cents off every gallon only in the Quick Trip app.
Offense to stand in for the first time in the 3rd quarter. Biggest stop of the night. Look, it has been abysmal, most likely mentally, for this defense all night long. Frustrating to have to come out of that half. You're expected to win, and honestly, I think a lot of people around town expected to win big tonight. That's not your reality at half, but all you can do is go back to work. They do so, and all night, all season, 4th down has terrorized this team. They turn the tables.
They turn the tables, and the big turn right there was knocking out their quarterback on the first play of the second half. That's huge right there. I think they'll get their things together right here on offense as we're going to look down and score. Hey, we know we can score, so let's go down here and punch the ball in the end zone in this drive.
Jeremiah Satemba on his birthday drops back first play from scrimmage. Over the middle, it is picked off. This pass finds the hands of the DB tonight.
Hey, he read that perfectly. He broke on the football. He seen Jeremiah was looking where he was looking. Jeremiah was just staring there, receiver right down the middle on that seam route. He just stepped right in front of it. Great turnover right there. But it's just something as a young quarterback. I mean, like I said, Jeremiah has made his 5th start. That's something he'll look at on film. Sometimes you just can't stare your guys down. You got to look it off. You got to get that safety to move. If he moves one way, you can make the throw. So we'll see what we can do on defense as we're right back out here.
That's Jaden Porter on the pick, and it is the biggest certainly of the evening in regards to turnovers. There have been 2 fumbles, one on either side. The first interception of the day comes to start the third. In fact, that is now back-to-back games. Satemba's thrown a pick on the first play, opening up the second half, something that has frustrated this offense here in back-to-back weeks.
They're bringing it again.
Giving life back to this offense, the backup quarterback tonight finds Rogers on the first play. Jonathan Haxton will hit his man.
I think, that number 11 right there, Rogers, he's having a day right here. We're making him look like a Blitnikoff winner right here. So we just got to do something in the secondary. Our guys just got to open up. They got to get their eyes right. They just got to play some ball. Just play backyard football and just make a play.
Taking their time here all the way from the sideline comes Haxton. He takes those play calls right next to his coach. Tonight in the receiving game, Rogers, he's up to 151 yards in the reception game.
Bring it 6, 7.
And off to McKenzie, goes for a manageable few yards. So playing the long game here. Now you look up at the clock, you might have a chance to extend this out to a 2-possession lead, and you're going to see Yukon have that clock management start to implement into their game.
Well, they're not going to go. They're not going to kick a field goal. This is 4-down territory for them right here, Luke. Broken Arrow is going to continue to send the pressure, which in my opinion we're going to be susceptible to the middle of the field. When it comes to a pass play, if Yukon does go to a pass play, they're going to send about 5 to 6 guys at least. So as we come up here on this second down, and looks like about 8.
Snap here on second down. Throw over the middle, and it just misses the hands of the secondary. That being on the play, Don Fryer, just out of his reach. What an opportunity to respond pick for pick, and it just is overthrown even past the DBs.
Yes, and maybe it's the pressure. Maybe him feeling the pressure from the backside, but that was just a high throw right there. Kind of got a little antsy right there with his throw. He's got to get that down right there. But, hey, we live to play another down. It's 3rd down and 8 right here. This is big money down right here.
3rd and 8. Four down territory at least from tradition from what we've seen tonight out of the Millers. They can still get just outside of the 5-yard line and pick up a first down here, needing to get to the 6. Jonathan Haxton, do we have a timeout called? We do. Yukon has to burn one early, and they're hoping it's worth it here. Again, inside tight field. It hasn't been necessarily easy for Yukon to get into the end zone, but they've gotten into the end zone.
They've gotten into the end zone. They know they can get into the end zone. They're confident getting in the end zone. Their coaches know that they can make the play calls to get into the end zone. So it's 2-down territory from right here.
Everybody recognizing in the moment right now, this is certainly not the ball game, but it means a lot towards it. Yukon, they were given a gift right back after being shut down on their opening drive on a 4th down and 1, where they ran the ball to the outside. Lujan wasn't able to reach to the marker, and a turnover on downs set up the Tigers with their first possession of the 3rd quarter. An interception thrown over the middle to Jaden Porter is what led to this second drive for Yukon. Now they're inside the 20, inside the 15, that is. Tigers student section doing their part here deep in their territory. Here we go. 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
3 high right here again.
Jonathan Haxton will have Lujan in the backfield with him. 2 at the top of the screen, 2 at the bottom side.
Spreading us out 4 wide.
Paxton changes things up at the line. In communication, motion by Lujan in the backfield. It's an early start on the offensive line. In a similar situation, they ran the football on 3rd down in this spot. This time they'll throw it out wide to Lujan. He'll take the screen pass. He'll get on upfield, close to the marker. He's going to be just shy. And 4th down and very short. Certainly they'll be going for it from what we've seen so far.
And this is right in their playbook. That was a good play call by them. I mean, they just got us out on the edge. Great block on the outside right there into the boundary. Brings up 4th down and about 1 right here.
4th down and 1 yard. Last time 4th down and 1 went in the favor of Broken Arrow. It was the last drive for this Yukon Millers team. And from a distance, you squint your eyes, looks like Youngstown State.
Yes.
The Penguins.
Yes, the Penguins.
From the state of Pennsylvania near the Pittsburgh area. They've got that Youngstown State Y logo on their helmets.
Again.
Will they call another timeout? And frustration here, seemingly from the coaching staff and the officials, but either way, UConn's burned 2 timeouts now.
And that can be huge right there going into the deep into this game with 3:57 left in the the third quarter. My bad, 3:57 left in the 3rd quarter. That can loom huge right there with 1 timeout left in the 2nd half.
3:57 to go in our 3rd quarter. Deep breaths being taken by this Yukon offense that is now starting to feel as if they've truly got to earn some of these 4th downs despite it just being 4th and 1. Now again, new quarterback in, maybe the communication isn't quite what they would like.
Yeah.
They're trying to find out what play calls they would want to go to with the ability of a guy like Jonathan Haxton. He's done so far everything that they could have asked out of him. It's just another big spot here.
Yeah, it's a huge spot for him. I mean, coming into the big lights, 6A1 football right here. You didn't think he was going to get your number called because of the senior doing what he was doing in the 1st half. But, hey, that's why I always say next man up. So you got to be prepared in your situational days and practices. Sometimes you bring in that guy, hey, number 1 guy's down, and you go through a practice with your number 2 guy. So, obviously, we'll see if he's prepared for this situation right here.
Broken Arrow faithful waiting for what will happen next.
Wildcat. They're going Wildcat.
Lujan is back there in the Wildcat along with McKenzie. Lujan in the center part of that Wildcat set.
They're going to bring the house.
Bad snap. He'll bobble it. Will they get it? Reaching towards the goal line. It looks like he's short. And the Tigers will turn the football over on downs again. Their defense comes up.
Yeah.
A bad snap and the fortune to the Tigers.
And that's what it boils down to. That's exactly what it boils down to. I mean, you got to take advantage of the opportunities. You go Wildcat. I mean, it's all about the snap right there. Snaps high, throws the play off by at least by a second right there. And big play by our Tigers, getting the penetration for turnover on downs.
The defense has come out of the locker room and has done their part. The offense is up next to get that answer from the call. Satemba, after throwing an interception, will hand this one off to Roberson, driving his way upfield. About a 15-yard pickup on 1st down for the sophomore running back, securing that football. He has 2 fumbles today, and he's looking to right some wrongs with a run like that.
We're going empty set right here.
Empty set, Satemba takes the snap. Screen pass near side, it's Tayshawn Jones-Wade. He gets the football for the first time in a while. He dances his way up past the 40, now towards midfield, and swatting at the football. The man with the interception, Porter, can't knock it loose, and it's 1st and 10 again.
And this is something right here as we go tempo again. We've went tempo a lot in this game. I like that play call right there, a little now screen, getting upfield. We'll see what we got going on right here. Offset to the right.
Offset to the right, that being Roberson. Faking the handoff, Satemba rolls out to his right, sets his feet, his throw is caught despite being tipped. A dangerous play is a reception for Zane Matthews-Boudreau, and he picks up 6 yards.
Looked like that. I think that was Tayshawn.
Tayshawn
right
Jones-Wade, never mind. He comes up a little bit gingerly afterwards as this ball was deflected quickly.
He's a tough one. He's going to take shots. You got to understand that. So he's a tough one.
Tayshawn Jones-Wade, he's the target, back-to-back play. Satemba offset to the right with Roberson. Snap, handoff, strong
Nice
side.
kick
Roberson has space. Roberson stiff arms away from one man, cuts back up the middle. He's past the 30-yard line. Marching down the field is this offense, but there's a flag back near the 44-yard line.
We might have, could be a hold.
Do we have maybe the first holding call of the day? It is a holding call against the offense. We haven't seen that from either offense all night long until now, and it's going to set up 2nd and long instead.
Well, that just shows, I mean, our offensive line is pretty good. I mean, we got some pretty good guys up there on the offensive line, fairly great kids up there led by Caden Moody and J.J. Brashears. But, I mean, just a little mistake right there they got caught with a little hole, but sends us back a few yards and 2nd down at about 14.
Number 55, Caden Moody on the left side of the line. Got an offer from the Texas Tech Red Raiders not long ago. His first D1 offer. He'll certainly get more of those from what we anticipate. Hard count here, and Satemba gets the information from the sideline. New adjustment. He'll take the snap. Drops back looking to his left. Has to step up. He'll take off. Throws it right before he gets to the line of scrimmage, and it pops off the hands of Roberson. Don't know if he expected it immediately, but it's just a little bit off of his fingertips. Incomplete. Now 3rd down and 14 after a drive that was launching ahead like a Japanese subway is all of a sudden shut down. Those bullet trains can get going, and right now it has shut down quickly.
Well, we'll see here as it looks like we're still going 4 wide right here.
Satemba with Roberson in the backfield off to the right with him. 2 top side, 2 near side. They'll look over, sideline. 2:01 on the clock in the 3rd. 8-point game, just like we started the half. Satemba throwing off of the, awkward throw off of his back foot. I don't think he got his hands up underneath it. It's incomplete, so 4th down and 14.
4th down and long. I mean, you gotta. Obviously, your defense has known what they've done so far in the second half, Luke. So you got to punt this football away.
They'll send it away, and with the trust that their defense has certainly earned in this second half, they'll get a chance to keep their offense in it again. A lot more things to like on the offensive side of the ball on that drive. They just came to a halt all of a sudden.
Well, and I think we're seeing some things that are positive right now. If we can just get into the 4th quarter, still down by 8, I think that looks to be in our favor right there. As he's going a little.
They'll fake it. Satemba throws this one over the middle, and making the catch is
first
Broll.
down.
First down. John Broll, and the ball is loose, scooped up by the Tigers. Thankfully so.
That is what I'm talking about right there. Great play call. There's a lot of fakes off of our punt formations that they have, and that's one of the fakes that they show right there. So looks like we got first down, Broken Arrow going deep into Yukon's territory.
Tyreek Taylor looked to be the man to pick up the loose football. John Broll lost it, and Tyreek Taylor scooped it right back up. They take the gamble and they win. We'll see what the parlay looks like now. Roberson bounces out left. Great cut back up the middle. Cross now the 30, and he will set up a comfortable 2nd down.
Yes, he is protecting the football a little bit better. As you see, Yukon is just going straight for the strip right there. But great job of a second half halftime adjustment by Coach Barlow with his running back.
A little bit of a false start, maybe getting away with one there. Was the Tigers on the run? It's going to pick up the first.
I just say we continue to run the football right here on this drive.
Pound the rock, that's been the motto here on this drive in particular. Bad snap and an even better recovery, however, on the handoff. Roberson having to protect the football. He might have gotten back where he gained a few inches.
Bringing some fresh legs in right here as Octavian comes off after he's had a couple hard runs right there.
Corey Sango to come in, the freshman running back. Got his first snaps of the year on the road against Owasso 1 week ago. 43 and counting left in the 3rd.
2nd and 10.
Scoreless so far in our second half. Hand off to Sango.
Sango's
is. Got the hole, and he's got the first down.
He explodes out of the cannon, I'm telling you.
Corey Sango. He's been tremendous in the A and B gap tonight.
Yes, he has. Just keep banging it. Just keep pounding it right here. Keep pounding it.
Flawless tonight, the freshman in the backfield. He'll take another handoff. Why not go to him? He's barely tripped up at the last moment. Tremendous reach there by Lujan. Plays both sides of the football, and rightfully so with his size and stature.
Looks like we're going to go into the fourth quarter.
That will take us there. We will head to the fourth quarter. But before we go, of course, to that fourth quarter, we'll get an opportunity to look on down for our First National Bank Kick for Cash. Our student kicker tonight is going to be Carrie Walls. She has been chosen to send this one away. Of course, one of our favorite moments of the night to see if these students can do one of the more difficult things to do in sports, and that's to kick a football through the uprights for sure. And at the end of the day,
30 yards.
A 30-yard kick.
We'll see.
Good drop back for her. Hesitates, however, and she goes in for it. She got some distance on it, some loft, but it is short. Unfortunate on the kick for her, but certainly accolades for trying here tonight. Our First National Bank, a Broken Arrow kick for cash. We'll take a short break, come back, fourth quarter. Most important quarter upcoming on ArrowVision.
Just a reminder, there'll come a time that they can no longer share a bedroom. That's why we have a complete array of home loans, so that dream of more space can come true, right on time. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
There is nothing like teaching about the rewards in life, like catching that first big fish. Now they can learn about other rewards by opening up my first savings account just for them. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Around the clock, throughout eastern Oklahoma, we're devoted to improving the health of our communities, our home. We are your friends and neighbors. We are the people of St. Francis.
Welcome back. Tiger football on ArrowVision. It doesn't get better than this. Chance to march down to start the fourth quarter to try to tie the ball game up. We'll see if they try to tie the ball game up, if they do get into the end zone. It's an 8-point game, 28-20, and Jeremiah Satema has an empty set to begin the fourth. Motion here. Roberson takes the quick pitch. Roberson has a ton of space and speed. Walking into the end zone. A touchdown. Tigers are 2 points away.
Hey, they look like we're going to go for two right there. But, hey, that's a nice little pop pass right there by Jeremiah, getting Octavian coming full speed, getting around that corner. Obviously, they don't have the speed that we have when it comes to the perimeter as we watch this on replay. Brings them in motion. Pop pass. Nice.
Easy as it gets, moving to the outside. And the Tigers, they've gone for two once, now twice, now 3 times upcoming tonight. They are 1 for 2 thus far. They want to hurry it up. Pitch out wide. Roberson has to get there. Roberson lowers his head. He reaches towards the goal line. He's in.
Hey,
oh, what a play.
That's power versus power, and our guy's going to win that one on that one. Our guy's going to win that one. He's a kid that was overall the top kid in ambush this summer, and he showed his power and his strength right there. Great 2-point conversion, 28 all. Like I said, it's a new half.
His head down, bounces off of the tackler. Lujan stays on his feet, and the ball game is tied.
So once again, I mean, momentum. You know, momentum's in the room right here. So we have the momentum right now. So it looks like Yukon doesn't have that right now. So we just got to capitalize off of that. So far, we got a shutout in the second half. Let's see if we can continue this on defense. But don't be surprised if we do a fake punt. Don't be surprised if we do a surprise onside right here.
Roberson has a touchdown this evening now, giving him his first of the night. Nick Irvine will look to send this one away. And the Yukon offense that has had a more difficult time than all night long in this third quarter, now fourth in particular, will have their name up on the board to respond. Irvine sends away. It's a strong kick, and it's going to be returnable at the 5-yard line. Brought on out by Yebbett, and he can't quite get to the 20-yard line. Great kick coverage by Broken Arrow.
Colton Barlow, he's another wrestler in this program. Kid can fly down the field, kid can tackle. He's one of the best open field tacklers that we have as a sophomore, so great play by Colton.
20-yard line, they will give him credit too. So, 1st and 10 at the 20. Ball's on the right hash. 11:49 left in homecoming.
Okay, don't be surprised if Yukon tries to go at Miles right here. He did come off the last couple series with a leg injury. We'll see as the ball
is snapped wide again, picking it up at the 2 and scrambling, brought down at the 1. McKenzie swarmed by black and gold, and it's 2nd and long.
And that's been the Achilles heel so far in the second half right there. I mean, bad snaps. And you had an opportunity right there on the last drive to get one in the end zone, but it was a bad snap on 4th down. And then play once again out here on the first possession right here in the 4th quarter for Yukon. Bad snap again, get you backed up to about the 4-yard line, 5-yard line.
Forward progress gives him credit to the 4. They move that up with a generous spot to about the 5. That's where we'll get the ball at next. 2nd down and 25. Timeout here on the field right now. Not sure what it's for.
Looks like that's Fernandez going off on limping.
So a little bit of an injury timeout. It's cleared up quickly. And we are almost set. Getting a little bit of the finger roll there from the officials is this Yukon Millers offense. They're being told to hurry up.
Looks like that center from Yukon is just not having a great half right here as he's thinking about the blitzes coming up the A-gaps right there. So we'll see if that continues right here.
Cannot afford a bad snap in this spot. Not very many good snaps to recollect as of late. Jonathan Haxton takes the snap at his own goal line, throws this screen pass out wide to his best playmaker, Rogers. Rogers is stood up around the 10.
And that's what I like to see right there. That's about a 5-yard gain, and that's what you want to see on a screen route like that. That's bring it up 3rd down and long. Like I said, you got to trigger your quarterbacks. You got to trigger your guys coming down into the boundary right there. Great play by our defense, rallying to the football.
3rd down and long, 3rd and 20. Not an area of the football field where if you don't get the majority, if not all of this back, you'll most likely have to punt.
Well, and the thing about Luke, first half they were playing in front of the chains. Second half they're playing way behind the chains so far.
Handoff, looking for some space, spinning away is McKenzie. And on the tackle looks to be Taiwan Shanks. 4th down, and the first punt of the day comes in the 4th quarter for Yukon.
And here it is. I mean, the first punt of the day. I mean, we've been talking about this at halftime, and this is what you got to do. You got to get in the punt. So far they've had three stops right here. Tayshawn's back to receive.
Good field position, most likely about to be set up. Tayshawn Jones-Wade will call for a fair catch. He's going to get this drive started at the 43-yard line. So here we go, 1st and 10. The Tigers have been off and running offensively as of late, and they'll get a chance to, take their first lead of the night right now.
I mean, this is it right here. I mean, hey, I'll take a shot right here. I mean, what else you got to lose right here? Take a shot. Get it to where Yukon just knows that they have to play a game that they don't want to play. We're in control right here, so let's make it happen. Let's get a dose of Octavian right here.
We've watched enough Tiger football right now to where this is the area of the field you might see Satemba air it out long.
Yes.
Hand off to Roberson is rather the option. He carries it for more. Roberson up the field for about a 16-yard pickup on 1st.
And we're starting to wear him down. So hopefully we can continue with this tempo right here.
At the 40-yard line of the Millers' end. Satemba offset to the right. It's Roberson. Bad snap, but it is recovered. Roberson heads on up 7 yards. 8 yards, it looks like, on the carry.
Chunks of yardage right there by our running back, Octavian. So we got to stop it now.
Injury timeout is what we get. That might be Lucas Willett. He's also a part of the kick return unit. and a part of that defensive backcourt for Yukon. He's down right now. Gives us a chance to recap what we've seen so far. It's been a tale of two halves. A ton of scoring in that first half, 28-20. We came into that third quarter. It's just a 7, now 8-0 scoreline in this second half. And the only 8 points of the half go to the Tigers right now. They have a chance to do something that's maybe a little bit opposite of what we saw last time we were on this field, in particular, a game against Fayetteville.
Yes, and and the big deal is right here, Luke, is we've got Yukon to play behind the chains. Yes, they've had some bad mishaps when it comes to snaps, but you got to take advantage of those gifts that they give you, and we've done that so far in the second half. Defense is playing lights out so far. I mean, they've done a great job of taking advantage of the opportunities that Yukon has given us. But, you know, also I know September threw that interception right there in the first part of the second half, but, you know, we made up for that for the touchdown, and right now we're looking to score again.
Possession here is going to be 2nd down and 2. Getting up slowly is Willette, and he finally gets rolling off the field. He is holding that right arm is what it looks like. One of his arms. So another arm injury. Arm and shoulder area has been an issue tonight on the injury report for the Millers.
And we're, like I said earlier in the game, Luke, I mean, they're not as deep as we are, and they're probably not as deep as a lot of teams in our district. So when you start to see the bodies go down like that, you start to know you're starting to get an edge on them.
Hand off to Roberson, looks to reach on ahead and does so. He carries it outside. Roberson might have the dart towards the goal line. He scores! Octavian Roberson, out of nowhere, gives the Tigers their first lead of the night.
Well, I can tell you right there, there's a lot of arm tackling right there, and Octavian's going to run through arm tackles. You got to hit the guy low. You got to wrap him up. Octavian's going to make you miss. Octavian's going to do what he's going to do. That's a great run by him, and a great job by our offensive line of keeping those guys off our fellas right there. So 6 on the board for the Tigers as we take the lead.
Bouncing off of the first 2 tacklers, he gets to the outside and along the sideline reaches in for the score. It's 34-28, extra point upcoming. False start on the offense. It was Irvine who was moving himself before the snap, and that will move this extra point attempt back 5 yards. Looks like that is rather on the defense, that motion and procedure. And so, with it being before the snap truly got off, they'll kick again from the same distance.
Nick Irvine on for the extra point.
Nick Irvine to try to repeat what he just did. Kick. No problem this time as well. It is a 35-28 ball game. The Tigers with the lead will go to break. You're watching Tiger football on ArrowVision.
Craving delicious tenders or crispy fried chicken? Hit the Waldo's drive-thru, open 7 days a week. Locally owned and operated in Broken Arrow, 71st and Yale, and coming soon to Owasso. Waldo's makes lunch and dinner a breeze. Waldo's chicken, fast, fresh, delicious.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
Big storyline here in the third quarter. This second half was the exit of the ball game by Carter Creech. The starting quarterback tonight, Jonathan Haxton, comes into the game. They have yet to put up any points here in this second half, and the Tigers are rolling. They've got 14 in this half, and there's only 8:46 left in regulation. Broken Arrow with their first lead of the night. And we've got a good one here on homecoming this evening.
Well, here it is, I think, right here. You know, you got to put the nail in the coffin with the defense right here. Yukon is reeling. They've got a few guys that's been hurt, haven't been able to come back into the game. And like you said, I think that was a major turning point on the first play of the second half. Our defense knocking out their quarterback has changed their game plan a little bit. You can sit up there and you can send 5, 6, 7 guys at their quarterback, and obviously bad snaps has happened by sending pressure up the middle like that. So anxious to see what's going on in this defensive call right here as we're coming out to kick off the football. And let's take control of this game and let's get out of here with a homecoming victory once again.
You can say this truth for a lot of different areas, maybe corporate America, maybe all kinds of areas of industries, but football especially is an industry of what have you done for me lately, and right now that is the pressure on the defense. Yeah,
that is a pressure on the defense, and they've stepped up to the challenge so far the second half. I mean, so far it's been a shutout. I think we can continue right here. I think we got Yukon right where we want them.
Nick Irvine and the rest of the Tiger faithful look on for his kick. Fielded at the 5 and brought on out by Lujan. He is immediately stripped down by Colby Crosby. He had a ton of speed up there, and in fact, I don't think he maybe has any challengers after Colby Crosby there with the amount of speed he had. That's an important tackle by the very important cornerback.
Yeah, very, very important tackle right there. That's a great job by Colby Crosby breaking down and do what he does and getting the tackle and stopping him at the 30-yard line. So here it is. I think this is, by the way things been going in the second half, I think this is Yukon's last chance.
Yukon will see if Jonathan Haxton and the offense can answer one time to the bell. Paxton takes the snap, drops back. He'll look to loose this one. He's brought down. The first sack of the night comes at a big spot late in the fourth.
That is John Brohl. John Brohl once again coming off out there, getting the pressure inside. Hey, John Brohl's playing a great game. He got that fake punt. Even though he did fumble, he still did get the first down on that, and he's made another play right here, as we're going to see on the replay. Him beating this guy to the outside. Great play by John Brohl right there.
Big John Brohl gets it done with his hands and his feet, getting around the blocking scheme along the right side.
Is that Manny Mills on that sack also?
Getting rid of it, sidearm sling, it's caught. And brought back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a yard shy of that at best. Baylor Weaver on the snap.
That's a great play right there. Great Openville tackle by Nate Martin right there. So here it is, 3rd down and 10, 3rd down 11.
3rd down and 11, back-to-back drives with 3rd and long situations. 3rd and 20 was the scenario last time up. Jonathan Haxton trotting back to his offense after getting the call.
And I think our front four, I think our front three, looks like they're not going to send pressure right here. Cole might come on a delayed blitz through the A-gap, as he does.
Delayed blitz indeed. Toss over the middle. Ball's deflected, and it's caught over the middle. Diaz again with his 2nd catch of the day in a big spot.
I mean, you read the play as a safety. You read the play, but you got to keep your eyes open. You got to make that play. 1st and 10 for Yukon going deep into the Broken Arrows territory.
They are now in the plus. Down by 7 in the ball game, their first trailing scenario of the night. Proud defense set up, and there it is. The run up the middle is healthy and gets 5.
Tackle made by Tigers number 7,
Dagan McCluskey on the tackle right there. He's played a pretty good game today. Good athlete. Always got a motor. He's going to come downhill, make some plays. He plays multiple positions on this defense. So he's the one that's going to try to clean up anything Cole doesn't make, which Cole makes tackles all the time. Bring it 5.
Is a bit high. Haxton can't get away again. John Brohl, 2nd time of the drive.
Hey, John's having the game right here, ladies and gentlemen. You give him an opportunity, he's going to take it. John Brohl, guy that got pulled up as a freshman. He's just showing what he could do right there. as we see on this replay, as they bring 5, John Bro coming inside right there. Hey, he's gonna take the guy and get him down. Nice, another sack, big-time sack for John Bro.
3rd down and again, 11 is the scenario twice on the drive. Can they convert again? A deflection by Colby Crosby was still brought down by Jaro Diaz.
Might have a bluff. He's sending them all.
Jonathan Haxton gets away from pressure and gets rid of the football rather than taking his 3rd sack of the set. And it's going to be 4th down and long. In plus territory, down by 7. Yukon with 5 minutes and 10 seconds left has a decision to make.
And we'll see.
They will leave the offense out, but trotting out onto the field, Jonathan Haxton goes down.
Okay. So he walks off to the sidelines and then comes back on and goes down. Okay. Well, right there, hey, going into a timeout. Yeah.
We'll take a break. We'll come back after it. 5:10 to go. 4th and 11. We'll be back on ArrowVision.
Just a reminder, there'll come a time that they can no longer share a bedroom. That's why we have a complete array of home loans, so that dream of more space can come true, right on time. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
There is nothing like teaching about the rewards in life, like catching that first big fish. Now they can learn about other rewards by opening up my first savings account just for them. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Around the clock, throughout eastern Oklahoma, we're devoted to improving the health of our communities, our home. We are your friends and neighbors. We are the people of St. Francis.
Hey, Broken Arrow fans! Score big with TTCU Federal Credit Union's School Pride Card. Each time you use your card, we donate to Broken Arrow Public Schools, adding to the $2.5 million we've given statewide. TTCU, where members are raving fans.
4th down and 11. We bring you back to action. The 3rd quarterback in the action of the night. It's Alex Tier, the sophomore quarterback in the biggest play of the day for Yukon. Monumental this pass up coming from him. He's going to go down. It's another sack, and it's a turnover on downs. In plus territory, the Tigers have the ball back, up 7.
Gunnar Wilson right there leading the charge as a pack of Tigers just came in and sacked the quarterback. I think that's what we should have been doing all game long, is just bringing the house. Obviously, it opens up a lot of things for our defense, puts the pressure on our offense. They can't max protect. So great job by our front right there.
Tiger offense takes over, 1st down and 10 at the Millers.
Broken Arrow now with a chance to possibly put the ball game away. Killing clock and getting into the end zone could be the formula to do so. The 45-yard line in Yukon's end. They start this drive 1st and 10. 3 sacks by this Tigers defense in one drive. They hadn't had a sack all night long. And this first run, Corey Sango looked to be on the carry. And again, the kid's got to be averaging 7-8 yards a carry at minimum.
We're probably going to get a dose of him right here on this series. I think that was a demoralizing turnover on downs for Yukon. As you can see, I don't think they're in it emotionally right here. So Broken Arrow decides to take advantage of this.
Staying careful in the penalty department, certainly going to be an emphasis for this offense just to manage the football well. Corey Sango still rolling with the football, actually fighting for possession as well in the process, is going to go down after picking up the first. He has been a highlight in the backfield for this Tigers unit.
I love every bit of it, as he's always been a strong runner. He's coming out the gate right there. That's just what he does. He always follows his path. I think that's what a lot of people need to see when it comes to Corey. Corey, you tell him a path to follow, he's going to be on that path, and he's going to make it happen.
As strong as his legs are, a ton of maturity left in his development as a Broken Arrow Tiger. That bodes well for someone, as long as he stays healthy, could be a star here in black and gold.
Well, yeah, and I mean, I think a lot of we always talk about, Blake and I always talk about, I mean, it's the experience on Friday night for these freshman kids, and Corey's getting that right now on this Friday night on homecoming. So that will bode well from him when he moves forward as a sophomore, junior, and senior.
Another injury timeout. It's another Yukon Miller on the field right now. 35-28, and this quarter in particular has seen 15 on the board for the Tigers, or rather this half has seen 15 on the board for the Tigers, still being shut out in this second half for the Yukon Millers.
Yes, and that's huge right there. I mean, like I said, you give up 28 in the first half. I mean, don't know what was said in the locker room, but obviously whatever was said, maybe a little – you always want to either you could be emotional or you can just come in and say, hey, guys, let's calm down. Let's make some adjustments. Let's do what we got to do.
Right, and maybe not all of our audience necessarily caught the pregame show. We said this is going to be a game maybe first to 30 wins the ball game because of what this offense for Yukon has done. They haven't scored 30 yet. If the Tigers can just put up 30 points, it might be the ball game, and we're seeing that right now.
We're seeing that right now. So as we got a Cowboy coming into the game right here, like I said, it's going to be a dose right here, just a dose of the running game. Looks like their nose tackle just down there. They're getting tired. We're wearing on them. I like our offensive signal callers. They're so animated on the sidelines.
Snap and a handoff. Lawless is brought down with absolute authority by Lejean. Biggest hit of the defense tonight for the Millers. Goodness.
Hey, that was a dead. Hey, he's not going to give up so far. He's been their bell cow so far on this offense and defense. Hey, he made a big stick right there, so brings up about third and 9 for the Tigers.
Interesting territory where maybe the leg of Nick Irvine could put this ball game out of reach.
Irvine and Zeke Wilson comes out. Deshaun Jordan and Garcia comes in. We're going 4 wide. Probably spread him out a little bit.
Satemba drops back, has to shuffle away
There's
from
his
pressure,
legs
has
again.
space to run. Jeremiah Satemba picks up the first
There it is.
and will walk out of bounds and get a fresh set of downs.
Hey, that's just a heads-up play by our guy right there, our leader of the group. Heads-up play. Sees the alley, takes it. Doesn't want to throw anything that he doesn't feel comfortable with. Smart play by Jeremiah. Picks up the first down. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in this homecoming game.
Thought about Mike trying to stay in bounds there. You could tell Satemba at the last moment he just made the safe play, got out. There is Lawless. Lawless
There
reaching.
Good.
Lawless scores! Caden Lawless.
That's great, strong run by Cowboy. As the offensive line just doing what they do right here. Yukon, they're tails tucked between their legs right now. Luke, it's we see this replay. Nice little outside zone play right there.
Breaking 3 tackles, and the reach across the goal line finishes off the effort. And the Tigers a 2-possession lead. It's up now to 41-28.
I love every bit of it. I mean, this is what Broken Arrow football is about. Hand the football off, run right at them, and we'll win the games.
The sophomore having all of it tonight. A 3-letter word, fun, is on the hands of Lawless as he points out again what his offense has done. We'll send it down for the first time tonight to Madison Dildine on the sidelines.
On the broadcast, Coach Holly was saying, hey, they're going to make this young kid throw it. You have to make a stop to win this game. Every single one of you has to go straight to the ball. Luke.
Certainly so. Of course, glad to have Madison back on. A little bit of technical difficulties this evening as we haven't been able to get that done, but certainly letting us know that this offense now, regardless of this situation, has had pressure on them. They get the job done, and now if you're the defense, you can relax and focus on not doing anything too special. Play within your gaps, play within what you're told to do, and get the job done tonight. There's only 2:41 left.
Yeah, and don't get anything over the top. I mean, we always say keep everything in front of you, let the ball bring you down. You know, one thing I can say right now, our offensive line is doing everything they can. But Nay and the defensive line of defensive front of Yukon on that last drive. I mean, like I said, it is Broken Arrow football. Play defense, run the football, let the run game set up the pass game. Sometimes we come out, let the pass game set up the run game. But tonight in the second half, just run the football, play great defense, and we'll go out and happy on homecoming night.
Nick Irvine will settle in to send it away. A little bit of personnel changing here on the special teams, Tiger-wise. Now everybody's ready to roll. 42-28, a tale of two halves. It was certainly evident tonight. Short kick, and it is off the hands, but still sticking to it like glue was that leather. That looked to be number 80 on the Millers side of things. Parker Hensley, I don't know how he ended up corralling and keeping a hold on that football.
Hey, that's a great sky kick by Nick. I mean, he made their up guy make a play, and he stuck the ball on his hands and recovered it about the 39, 40-yard line. Looks like the referees are discussing something. Might be talking about a catch interference because he did wave his hand. So there's a flag right there, catch interference.
Might be the case here. All 5 of our officials in on that conversation. 15 yards added on, and it'll be, well, the most favorable thing you could ask realistically to be given if you're the Millers trying to come back with 2:32 left in the ball game, down 14.
I mean, it's one of them deals. I mean, I know Nick Gorman and John Bullock, they sit up there and they teach that. He waves his hand up. You got to come to a complete stop. At least run your feet about a yard or two away from the guy. Give him this called a halo rule. Give him a little bit of space so he can catch it off of a fair catch. And if he doesn't, I mean, you got a little muff right there. You pick it up. So we got number 17 at quarterback for Yukon.
So in the game, to round out the game most likely, Alex Tier at QB. He rolls out, gets away from pressure, throws, and it may have just been picked off, incomplete, off of the hands of Tayshawn Jones-Wade, and a great chance to pick up his first interception of the night.
That was a great break on the football by Tayshawn right there. Read the quarterback. He knew what he had. He knew he had help over the top so he can break down on the flat route, as we see on this replay right here. As the quarterback rolls out, Tayshawn's rolling out with him. Great play by Tayshawn.
Getting away with a hold on the line as well was that Miller offensive front. As they do like to move their quarterback away from the O-line to get him in a bit more space. They have dealt with some, ferocious D-lines so far this year.
Yes.
Snap and a fake screen. Running is Tier. He'll go down after a handful of yards.
Yeah, well, it looks like we took away that screen game right there. That's why I talk about you got to trigger. Once you see the quarterback's shoulders go flat, you got to try to take that away. Rush lane's got to be taken care of by the defensive line, but hey, that brings up 3rd down and 7.
So 3rd down and 10, obviously a scenario where 4th down matters more. And they'll keep that offense on if needed.
Looks like we got rocky coverage by our secondary. That's where we got everybody deep at about 10, 12 yards.
Alex Tier takes the snap, will hand it off to Lujan. Lujan breaks through one tackle and getting to that second level. Lujan hit by Nick Miles.
Looks like we don't have a little hurry up right here by Yukon. Minute 39-38 left in the game. Down by 14. Doesn't look like they're going to hurry things up right here.
Clock continues to roll here. Alex Tier can't get
John
away
Broll
from
with the pressure
John
again.
Broll, who forces him to throw the football quickly. And will it be grounding? It looks like it should be. Whether we get that call or not, that'll be the answer. John Broll has just been absolutely on fire in the second half.
Let's go ahead and drop it. There it is.
Intentional grounding going to be the call on quarterback Alex Tier.
Intentional grounding. Offense. 5 yards, find the foul. Lost it down. 2nd down.
Breakout game for John Broll so far, going into this deep into this 4th quarter. You're going to hear his name quite a bit here the next few weeks. As we do have, I'd like to give a shout-out to Bowser, Josie Sanders. Hope he's listening, hope he's watching. Get well soon, Josie. I love you, brother, but miss you, brother, out here. So John Bro, like he's taking it to the heat right here, as he's probably going to get him another sack right here. Watch him on this play.
Josie Sanders out, of course, with an injury, looking more so long-term potentially than anything. And here is Tier to run it. And he'll just step on out. Got to be careful with that shove there, Cole Lamont, just making sure he knows he's there. And now 3rd down and long.
Out of bounds at the Tigers' 39-yard line.
That's where you just sit back, your rocky coverage right here, break on everything underneath. Looks like he's going Raven. Too high safety look.
Watch for this ball to be over the middle, around anywhere from the 25 to 30 from what we've seen with this set at times tonight. 3rd and 12. We'll see if that D-line makes that ball get out quicker than it would like to. Throw is going to be short, just hitting the turf around the 31, and it'll set up 4th and 12. Ball game is in front of us right here with this next play.
And that's been the difference here in the second half, is the pressure not only up the middle but on the edges from our defensive front. So great job, great adjustments that we've made, and I think we just had the motor running in the second half.
A half that this Tigers defense was stunned at home, giving up 28 points and in not great fashion in the mix as well, giving up 4th downs left and right, big chunk plays, and they have absolutely turned the tables in the second half. They have yet to give up a point. 4th and 12. Alex Tier steps into the throw. Alex Tier into multiple coverage, and it is deflected, incomplete. Helping out with that was Jason Johnson, and the turnover on downs most likely will do it tonight. A 42-28 game. The Tigers turned it on in the second half for 22 points. And they will look to take a knee and finish this game off.
Well, and that's what I like to see. I like to see growth. That's the growth I like to see, not only in this program but our programs and throughout the whole community. When the chips are down, when the dominoes are down, you just can't sit up there and give up. You got to continue to fight, and we had that in us tonight, and we came out victorious. 14 points.
First of 2 kneels necessary to finish off the evening.
And this is the formation of the most favorite formation of any offensive coordinator, any head coach.
No doubt.
Is the victory formation.
The snap and the kneel and the ball game. The Tigers will come home and pick up their first victory in nearly a month. Tonight it is 42-28 on homecoming night, and home sweet homecoming it was. A victory in the first district victory of the year.
I'll take it. I don't care how it was. You know, yes, we gave up 28 in the first half, but it's how you finish. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. How you finish the race, and obviously we did what we did. Pitched a shutout in the second half, knocked out their quarterback, which was a great turning, which was an unfortunate turning point for Yukon, but a great turning point for us as we turned the tables on them, and it's victorious on homecoming 2024.
Gashing for massive plays in the second half was this offense that looked shaky going into the locker room despite putting up 20 points. And it was a team that I think had a totally different mindset. Entering that third quarter, they did so, and well, everybody that made the trip home on homecoming week got a show this evening, and they got a show that ended in a Tiger victory.
Well, it's special. I mean, especially for these seniors going out, last homecoming game of their high school career. A young team. There's a few seniors on this team, so you know, going out on homecoming night like that, you'll remember that for a long time.
We'll send it downstairs to Madison Dildine with head coach Josh Blankenship.
Coming win in a second half shutout. What made the difference in that second half?
We started playing hard. We started playing smart. It's kind of this weird emotional thing where I'm really disappointed in how we started, but I'm elated at how we had the grit to battle back, and several guys individually just had a game of their life. I can't wait to go watch film.
Thanks, Coach.
Josh Blankenship, a mix of emotions. I think everybody tonight had the same mix of emotions in a sense. You go into that locker room, you're looking for answers. You're trying to find out what is the missing piece, the missing link. And all we can do, unfortunately, is talk on the airwaves about it. We can't make the difference down there. Those kids made the difference tonight. Players have to make plays at the end of the day. You can put them in a position to win. But the second half was finally the players executing.
Well, and now also, I mean, it's emotion. You come into a game, you're a little flat offensively. You're kind of flat offensively, but you make your plays and stay in the game. But defensively, you're completely flat. I mean, you got guys crossing your face in the secondary. You got guys crossing everywhere in the defensive backfield. So, what we have to do right there is we came back, we did what we had to do, and Tigers came out victorious on the night.
The Tigers pick up the win. How they do so is certainly a tale of the second half. 22 points in that second half compared to Yukon's 0, and that all came in one quarter. That came in the fourth quarter. It was a little bit of a battle back and forth early in that third. We left the third quarter scoreless, opening up, I think it was maybe 1-2 plays at tops to enter that fourth quarter, got that first score of the night. Looking at some numbers, Jeremiah Satemba, 10 for 17, 163 yards. 1 touchdown, 1 interception, but just managed the game a bit more comfortably in that second half.
Oh, yes, and that's the maturity and the growth that he's showing right now. I know he threw that interception right there in the second half, at the beginning of the second half, but his leadership showed tonight, his legs. I mean, I talked about it at the beginning of the season. I know sometimes he didn't like being called a dual-threat quarterback, but, hey, sometimes you got Lamar Jackson's, your Patrick Mahomes out there, and right now we're talking about Jeremiah Satemba on his birthday on homecoming night, which is special, and he did it with his legs tonight.
The birthday boy does pick up the victory. Carter Creech, he was a starting quarterback for Yukon tonight. He went 10 for 12, 192 yards and 3 touchdowns. Tremendous night. All of a sudden, he goes out early in the second half with a shoulder injury. Jonathan Haxton, that is, comes in. Didn't have a bad day. 8 for 10, 112 yards. He just got sacked a couple of times in big spots, and that ended what was any chance, seemingly, for Yukon to get back into the game.
Well, it was the pressure. I mean, you send 5, 6, 7 guys at him. He's not used to that. He's not used to the speed of the game like that. Like I said, he may have prepared being in the game, but mentally, I don't think he knew he was going to come into the game. And when you got guys coming at you in all waves that they did tonight, up the middle, around the edges, I mean, he had the rush lanes were pretty good. They contained the rush lanes when it came to him. So big ups to our guys up front on that in the second half.
Octavian Roberson, starting running back for the Tigers, only was able to play 1 quarter last week due to a suspension being necessary to complete. He put up 107 yards on the ground in that 1 quarter, picked up a touchdown as well. Tonight, 20 attempts, 154 yards on the ground in 4 quarters, and a touchdown. He continues to hit that triple-digit mark.
And that guy right there, like I said, I looked for him to have at least 2 bills tonight. But he's on his way to going not only all district honors, but arguably one of the best in the state, and could be all state if he keeps this trend up.
Looking at the numbers tonight, 22 points in the fourth quarter is the ultimate difference. Great defensive play, and we've got to give a shout-out to John Brohl, who dominated in those last 2 possessions for the Yukon offense. Defensively, he was great, and he picked up basically what was almost 5 sacks if they didn't get rid of the ball those last 2 times.
Well, I mean, that's your defensive player of the game. He's your guy that makes the difference right there. If he doesn't make those plays, that's what we've been missing in the first half. If he doesn't make those plays, it could be a different outcome right here. So big ups to John Brohl right there, and I know he's going to have a great night tonight, and he did what he had to do. That's just something that he does. He works hard. He stays at it. His number got called tonight with the absence of Josie Sanders. So, once again, big ups to John Brohl and his defensive line coaches.
Of course, that will wrap things up tonight on homecoming. Another homecoming comes and passes. We want to give a big shout out, of course, to our homecoming court, King and Queen, Logan Silva and Michaela Calhoun, our great graduates that we got a chance to honor as well. So many tremendous graduates that have made massive impacts, not only in the Broken Arrow community afterwards, but around the country and around the world. At the end of the day, it is a special market, the Broken Arrow market in the greater Tulsa area. Green Country has seen another victory tonight. It is 42-28. For myself, Luke Hamilton, of course, Maurice Wallace, sideline reporter Madison Dildine. our producers, Blake Shai and Antonio Hurling, and our director and boss at the end of the day, Greg Spencer. Have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you next time on ArrowVision.